everyone, and welcome back to D&D&D&D&D campaign number 2 of Black Ink
God, man.
and Blue Blood. When we last left off, the party, more or less, has decided to do some last explorations of the Ichor research facility.
And then we were attacked. Shocking nobody ever.
Officer Neon made contact with the Peacekeepers, informing them of the situation, and the Peacekeepers promised reinforcements within a few hours. But, electing to do some last scavenging of the places that the short squad had visited, that they had not as thoroughly dug through as they could have, given the situation, the party traveled back through the parts of the underground labs that have been released from quarantine so the groups could reunite. But along the way had a brief encounter with Subject Epsilon, who they seem to narrowly avoid, and have encountered Subject Zeta, a smart Ichor Beast who is seemingly capable of being in multiple places at once, and was smart and competent enough to lay a trap, disguising itself as a uninfected, to keep the party distracted long enough for it to be ambushed by its second copy, who appears to be wielding a strange weapon. With that, as all of you who had already readied your weapons in preparation for this scenario, go for your weapons, ready for a fight, and I would like everyone to roll for initiative, and I have a battle map prepared on Roll20 for those who need one.
Wow, gimme.
That's going to be a 10.
All right, I'll call it out like 25 to 20, 2015. So, but while everyone else is rolling, just keep your results on hand. I'll roll for the Ichor Beasts.
Let's hope they all roll ones.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. They actually rolled 78.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I'm just fucking with you.
It's crazy. It's the
I
darndest
don't think
thing.
it's possible to roll that high on any roll in D&D. Other than ones that use like lots and lots of dice. But no one single D20 roll is going to get that.
Fair.
I think what kind of... Let's see, would it be possible?
78.
You can get like, I think you can get like 40. Well,
I think we had actually done this question before.
No, I think we were talking about, well...
Yeah, that was AC. At least I believe that's what you're thinking of.
AC, I think you mentioned like... I think you mentioned something similar, but I don't know. Anyway. Yeah.
Okay, Ichor Beast Initiative has been noted, and those of you who need the battle map, it is pulled up and ready to go for those who need it. Initiative 25 to 20.
1 moment. I haven't rolled yet. I'm still getting into D&D Beyond, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. And one more time, Gil.
24.
Noted. Carol, I'll give you a minute to roll.
Hey, you know what's better than 24?
She's going to be in 50 minutes.
25.
I don't understand that at all, but okay.
It's SpongeBob.
All right. SpongeBob reference.
Yeah.
That's why I don't understand it.
Okay, we'll come back for Carol and Lucy, and in the meantime,
You've never seen SpongeBob before?
I've seen SpongeBob, just not that episode.
Yeah. 20 to 15.
Me, I got a 19.
Noted.
17.
Oh, look at you! All right.
Also, I don't know if you should play on Roll20 anymore because you've played for 69 hours, Matthew.
Oh shit! I can't. Nice.
Where did you post the link to that?
I posted a while back. I figured you bookmarked it.
Well, you could just type Roll20 and it's based off your account.
yeah. Just get into your account and you can see what campaigns you're in.
Yeah,
All right.
Search Roll20.
15 to 10. Caleb, I think you said 13 for you or 14.
I said 10.
All right, 10 for you. Anyone else 15 to 10? All right, 10 to 5.
That's me. I got a 5.
All right, noted.
Hey. High five.
Noted.
I said 19, sorry.
All right, noted. Neon and Lucy.
High five, Carol. She's poison.
Neon and Lucian have the same initiative. You two can go at the same time or pick who goes first if you have a preference.
19 plus whatever her modifier
Oh,
is.
yeah, it's your. It should be on your character sheet.
Your dex.
Crash.
I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah, here.
It's your
I
dex.
know. I know where they'd be in the initiative based on that actually. So I'll just put them where they go.
Yeah,
Okay.
They have a +4, so it'd be 23.
Yeah. So, all right. And I'll roll for raccoon as well. Not great. Okay. All right. That's it. That's initiative done. If you guys like, those of you who are in
so who is who?
Yours is the one next to Zephyr. Caro and Garo are of course next to each other as always.
Zephyr all fucking catty cornered and shit.
Yeah, Austin likes to mess with his token. And Neon, if you want to use the roll 20, you are the one on the bottom.
So which way is the escape?
That staircase is the ladder going back out of this area.
Okay, so Matthew,
What's up?
I've never used Roll20 before, so do I click launch game?
Yes,
Yes.
that'll take you into it.
Do you have a token?
Yeah, I set Neon up.
Okay,
I'm
just wanted to make
this
sure.
one over here.
I actually had them ready on a previous battle map that didn't get used because you
Wow.
guys
It's a
didn't
very
fight there.
small area, isn't it?
Why, Jacob?
I mean, yeah, it's just a computer room.
Jacob, why?
We found it.
So
We found the
who's
computer room.
this? Who's these two?
Caro and Garo.
Yeah, they're together.
Is this
That's.
the Ichor Beast?
I think that's Neon.
Yeah, that's Neon. The little black blobs are the Ichor Beasts. Well, little quote unquote.
The Jacob, why?
There's this little fucker,
Theta.
I said why?
and then there's this
Why,
big
why?
fucker,
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, mama.
and then there's this big fucker.
Oh, mama.
Yeah, I forgot. Let's put that live. Roll 20. Everyone can see it now.
Oh no.
Yeah, whoa, mama.
It's fucking Johnny Bravo. What's wrong with Johnny Bravo?
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it.
Okay. You guys can shift your token placement around if you need. What's up?
You guys wanted me to do that as a guiding bolt, right as she saw the guy before he attacked.
Well,
Yeah. Well, bear in mind they launched an attack as Lucian was saying to do that, so we'll just have them
Can
do
you
that
guys
on
see
their
me
turn.
moving my icon around?
yeah,
She wanted
it's
to.
Mm-hmm.
I have to let it go for you guys to see where I moved it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you're good.
Or you can use the arrow keys.
Yeah. So,
Scared.
That's it.
Get out of here, run!
all right. Is everyone? Zephyr can't.
You know,
I was gonna say for the initial placement, you guys have to stay within like this kind of area. But
Okay.
yeah. Does anyone want to move their token around before the fight starts?
Okay, so, okay, I'm the one at the bottom, yeah?
Yes,
Yes.
you're right here.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Now, can I choose over here?
No.
What about over here?
I mean, on top of the computer, maybe. If there's,
How about how about that?
we are one.
I can just start the fight.
3, 2, 1, go!
You do it. Ha ha.
Let's see. Hang on, I gotta do some checks here.
Alright.
60 feet, 10 feet, 40 feet.
Yeah. Well,
This is the immediate set because it's like right in the face.
do we even know
Well, no,
about
that's
this one?
Theta.
Oh, that's Theta. So this is the baddie.
Yeah, the two big ones are the bad guys. The Zeta.
Oh, this is
Zeta's
our
bigger
good
than he
buddy.
looks.
Okay.
Yeah, Theta's. You guys asked Theta to help you, so Theta will be helping. So they have a little icon. All right. In that
What are
case,
these things? Are these trash cans?
that filing cabinets and shit.
Basically trash cans for files. Alright, so now let's
Alright,
see,
if
we're
everyone's
gonna
good.
do like we're gonna do this and this and this.
All right, sounds good. All right, combat has begun. You guys are engaging Ichor Beast Zeta. Top of the round, Gil, you're up. Lucian on deck.
Where did the baddies go?
There's one here.
Well,
and there's one
let's
here.
go through the turn order and find out.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I can't just okay. This is exactly what's gonna happen and how things are gonna go. Like, that's not how D&D works.
Go. I just fucking asked. Why did they fucking roll?
Okay, which one is Theta again?
Which one is Theta?
I think this
Theta?
one, our little small one.
Yeah, the small one already in the. Yeah,
tiny boy.
Theta's the tiny one that's already in the room with you. The big ones in the hallways are the 2 Zetas.
What's over here? What's this?
Click it again. That's the hallway going into where the short squad had traveled through.
And then this is where the monsters are. Here be monsters.
Yeah, and Gil, one more time.
Who had the gun pointed at us?
All right.
I think this one.
Yeah, the one in the southern hallway is the one coming at you with the odd weapon.
He's
charging in.
I'm assuming. Yeah, you can make that.
I'm gonna smack it with my sword.
All right. Roll. Combat has begun. This battle has only just begun. What's up?
Would Gil be obstructing a potential shot at it from where Caleb is?
Not outright obstructing, although obviously if you like doing that one or some shit, you may possibly hit him. But
is that like a thing in D&D that your allies can be like obstructing your shot if you're a ranged character?
It depends on the DM. There is cover in D&D, but it depends on the DM if allies count. Now with spells and stuff, yes, but only because it's like area of effect. But yeah, with ranged weapons, it just depends on the DM. And personally, I like to rule not, just because it would make having ranged and melee characters working together really unnecessarily complicated.
Yeah, because like if that was the case, Caleb would have to move like over here.
Mm-hmm.
Closer to this.
I mean, you can come over here.
So, Gil, what'd you roll for your attacks?
First attack, 23.
Okay. That is a hit. But you can go and roll your second one, just preemptively.
Not 20.
Nice. All right. Roll for damage.
Hey. It's a crit.
Yep, that's a hit and a crit strike. Roll for it.
Is inspiration only used for like getting advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
can't do it. You can't also use it like, oh, I want to use my inspiration to crit them.
No, although my Friday group does this, and we've explored the possibility of doing it here down the road. Audience donations being able to provide crits, but that'll be something for later. So
the first one is a 20 damage.
Noted.
20 damage.
20 damage. 20 damage to subject Zeta. All right. And your second one?
At least one of the Zetas.
Yeah. Zeta B.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. I was running a D100 of all things.
That was me.
Yeah, Austin plays in Roll20. And what's up, Gil?
Oh god, there he goes again.
Another 26.
He actually rolled a 1
Nice.
in there.
Okay. Is that it for your turn, Gil?
Maybe you can do this.
What is a D100 even used for? I've never
Percentile.
seen D100 used.
Usually
Wild
percentile.
magic and some randomization effects. Like I have some homebrew items that make use of D100s. All right, so Gil, as you kind of let Raccoon roll off of your back, Neon, as you get into position with your mech, Gil charges past you, slices across the dripping, gooey monster, and then slices upward with a mighty cleave. And as it kind of stumbles backward, its charge into the chamber interrupted and stumbling it, you watch as it starts to grow and expand in size, almost like the ichor itself is swelling like a pustule, as it swells to take up a good chunk of the chamber. And those of you still in the main area can see the one that Lucian had been talking to beginning to do the same as they swell to almost twice their previous size, and glare over all of you with dripping, oozing smiles.
Say one
Gil,
more thing.
go for it.
I rage. That's a bonus action.
All right, you rage.
Interesting choice.
All right, and is Lucian fit?
When you like interesting choice.
Yeah, it was just an interesting choice to rage after
the attack. Yeah.
Wonder why you'd rage after the attack.
Well, let's find out. Maybe Gil has a plan.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Lucian might need a minute, so we'll.
Is it her turn?
Yeah,
Yes.
Lucian's up, like I said, and Neon, you're on deck.
So I want to convey what she wants to do.
Yeah, go for it. I believe you said that you wanted to guiding bolt. If you guys have the stuff for that on hand or know it well enough, you may roll.
Give her just.
I can tell you if you need. Just depends on what level you're doing.
26 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Roll for radiant damage.
Noted. Okay, let me note that down. Yeah, I gotta make sure I keep track of both zetas. Okay, radiant damage, noted. Okay. Gil, as you charge past, Lucian begins to...
distracted by things on YouTube.
Lucian says their prayers, performs their incantations, and fires a radiant bolt of energy, which begins to illuminate the dark, dank cavern walls. Their Discord and internet is messing up a little bit, but Jeremy's rolling for them.
Like, did their computer crash or like that?
Yeah. So just technology, being technology. The cavern walls illuminate from the guiding bolt of energy as it impacts into the massive looming pustule monster.
Did they hit?
Yeah, they hit and did radiant damage.
They hit
this one?
Yeah.
Okay, splitting the damage.
All right. Is that the end of Lucian's turn? I'll assume so. I don't.
Did you not hear that?
Yeah, no. All right. Neon, you're up, and Zephyr, you will go after one of the Ichor Beasts.
Okay. I'll kind of. So Neon's going to kind of back up the mech just a little bit. Yeah, just a couple bits. And is going to point his the mech is going to point its crossbow at the Ichor Beast that Gil is attacking, and is going to announce, "Open and fire," and is going to fire.
Awesome. All right. Go ahead and roll to hit. With your new item that nobody has gotten to see in action, or you used it briefly during that tunnel encounter, the plasma crossbow.
Would you believe me if I said it was a nat 20?
I do, in fact, believe you. Roll for damage, my dude.
Awesome. Now, again, I forget. Roll twice or roll once and double it?
Yeah, you roll once, you double the base damage, and then apply any extras.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so
yeah, different.
14 plus 3, so 17.
Nice, noted. Okay. You guys are pummeling the shit out of Zeta here. Okay.
Now, Matthew, I would like to remind you of that special thing that
yes. Remind me what it does so I can make the appropriate rolls if needed.
He gets stunned.
Yes. So All right, and I need to get in the habit of asking this before I go wild on narration. Do you want to flavor this attack?
I think I kind of already flavored it, but I want to actually. You can visibly see electricity just ripple through it, just like all the way down its body.
And Gil, as you're pulling back from your initial strikes, you see Zeta is completely frozen in place, twitching slightly, and you can actually hear a light whistling coming from the weapon it's holding as energy just courses through it. All right.
Real quick.
What's up?
As I said, that was a tough call there.
All right, and
sorry about that. I'm back.
Yeah, you're fine. Technology's technology. I get it. And Neon, just so I know, is that a roll to resist it, or is it just stunned for its turn? But then when it comes back around, it'll be unstunned.
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure it just. Oh no! It just says make a saving throw to avoid being stunned. It doesn't say what the DC is, though.
Well, I think it's based off your DC.
Yeah, your proficiency and your intelligence. So what is your proficiency and intelligence added together?
Proficiency is 3, and now total intelligence.
Intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
3. So 3 and 3, so 6.
All right, and then 6 plus 8 be 14. DC 14, which it fails. So yeah, it would be stunned. And you're lucky. It was just Zeta's turn.
You can like see its
what?
skeleton X-rayed
Which one
through
is
it.
stunned?
The one that Gil and Neon are dealing with.
Yeah, the one.
So let me actually double check here to see what Zeta's options are while stunned, if any.
Well, what about
for the next round?
one?
So
that
he's
one
just hanging out.
Yeah, got shot by Lucian, and it is now Zeta's turn. So let's see what it does.
Is it this one's turn or this one's turn?
No, they're both Zeta, so both of them go.
Yeah, they're both
Are they
half.
both stunned?
No, just the one. All right. So while it's stunned, attack rolls against it will have advantage, and it cannot take actions or reactions, but it can do anything else. So I will have it do something else. I'm gonna have it. Roll a nice little D10 there.
Well, if it was stunned, you literally don't do anything.
Yeah, well,
It's like
you can do
Pokemon
anything that's not
rules.
an action or a reaction. So it can take a bonus action or or just essentially its own little thing, which that is what it's going to do. Note that down. Neon and Gil, and those of you watching the one in the hallway, as Gil slices into it, and Neon places a very well aimed shot into it. As it kind of slumps over, still like its muscles fighting against it like it's being tased. You see as the holes and slices that Gil and Neon have punctured into it slowly begin to, like inky tendrils like wrapping against each other and trying to pull it back together as some of its wounds begin to close. It heals itself a little bit. And
How much did it heal?
well, it healed for 10 if that helps, but you don't know how much total health it has. But that's all that Zeta can do, so it is now the other Zeta's turn. Yeah, I think that is what it's gonna do.
No, it's not gonna do that. You're wrong.
Views.
You won't.
All right. So here's what Zephyr's going to do. He's going to go over here, grab the cards from my brother, and he's going to throw it at him. Be like Uno reverse. No.
acted it out on the board.
All right, so those of you in the computer room, find it. You see the remaining Zeta that is not currently stunned give just a wide smile and vanish. And there's a pause before Lucian. You see it reappear directly in front of you, and bringing a massive Ichor blade. Ichor blade to bear. It cast Misty Step to teleport. And
but wait, I could
with Action Surge, it can then attack, which it is going to do to slice at you with a massive curved Ichor sword. Lucian's AC, I believe it's like 16, but I want to double check.
Let's see. Let's see
What's the
something.
disadvantage
16.
range for the musket?
It's
No,
16.
only if it's like right next to you. Yeah, 16. So the first one misses. The second one hits. The third attack also misses. So it hits you once. Lucian, it takes a swing at you and you manage to duck out of the way. It takes another swing, which you manage to dodge out to the right, before finally it gives a massive cleave, and you take 9 slashing damage as it rakes into your side.
You're going to pay for that.
Oof, ouch. Did they get to heal after that one fight where they kind of fucked up?
Yeah, that's why they stayed behind while the short squad did the investigating. All right. That is really it for Zeta's turn. Stunning one of its copies kind of took the wind out of its sails. All right, that is it for Zeta. Zephyr, you're up with Theta on deck and Caleb after Theta.
It's gonna get confusing. Zeta and Theta.
Yeah, well.
All right.
The one that's helping you, and then you go.
Oh, so is it within 5 feet of someone?
Her.
Depends on which tile you start from.
Yeah.
I assume all the tiles if counts.
Yeah. All tiles within 5 feet of its like outer edges count. So
yeah, she would count.
So
plus, he made a melee attack, so it'd have to be 5 feet.
Yeah. Unless it had like a pike or some shit, but it was a sword. So
or long arms, but
yeah. So Zephyr, what would you like to do?
So I would like to get near the exit.
And he's gonna shoot it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, I guess I'll just, pew pew. Alright. Where's my... There it is. Going to pew pew, come on.
Alright, pew pew it.
First one is quick math 13.
That's a miss, I'm afraid.
But second roll is even worse. So
yeah. You start backing towards the exit.
Only one peon.
What's up?
There's only one peon.
Yeah, rogue. You start backing towards the exit, level your crossbow and
I
fire.
know, I had advantage.
He had advantage. That was on my end, like misunderstanding what he meant, because Caro has multi-attack with a crossbow, so I was like, oh, it must be multi-attack.
Yeah.
And you level your shot and fire, but as the crossbow bolt sails towards it, it slams it out of the way with its Ichor blade. Is that it for your turn, Zephyr?
I mean, I don't have much else I could do. So, yeah, I guess.
Alright. It is now Theta's turn. And let's actually see what you're gonna do.
Can an Ichor Beast hit another Ichor Beast, or would they get absorbed?
I mean,
let's find out.
We're hitting them, and we're Ichor Beasts, so.
That's true.
Yeah, but we're different.
We're different.
We're not loose ink.
I mean,
Like
technically, Gil right now is loose ink if he's raging, right? Is he like get all Ichor?
Yeah. That's true. All right, pretty good. And then an extra bit of that. Okay. Nice hit, Theta. All right. You guys watch as Theta stumbles towards Zeta. And as Zeta finally takes its eyes off of Lucian to watch this other Ichor Beast approach, it kind of tilts its head, almost confused, as Theta's hands begin to morph, the liquid bubbling over as one hand takes the form of a small handheld warhammer, and the other the form of a curved sickle-like blade, as both of the arms form an X pattern as the hammer pummels and the sickle slices, and bits of Zeta splash and ooze onto the flooring as it gives a and steps back, almost befuddled that another Ichor Beast attacked it.
Why?
Caleb's like, I guess that's the thing about being smarter. When you're smarter, you gain more ability to choose to do different things.
Zeta gives a low and kind of looks around, almost like kind of surveying its current chances given the situation. That is going to be the end of Theta's turn. Caleb, you're up with... it's going to be a couple turns in between, but Caro, you're up technically after Caleb, so just have what you want to do prepared. But again, a few other things are going to happen. So, Caleb, you're up.
Gonna move there.
Really,
I'm gonna shoot it.
Rogues are getting ready to leave. Like, all right.
Yeah. Prepare to exit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna shoot it with the musket.
All right.
13 wasn't enough, I know that. So if it's 13 or less, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
But it may have to be even more than that. I'm gonna use inspiration on that.
All right. You use your inspiration dice. Roll again.
Well, that was a waste of inspiration.
Hey, at least you tried. All right.
Yeah, what's my plus? Yeah, that's a waste of inspiration.
I mean, hey, like, you
And that's
had
a
no way
waste
of knowing
of a
before you used the
musket.
inspiration.
And that's a waste of a musket use.
Um,
And that's gonna have to, which means now no musket for the rest of this fight unless I get a chance to reload.
all right, Caleb, you join Zephyr by the ladder, both of you ready to retreat if things start to look like they're going south, and you level your musket and fire, but Zeta, after taking the hits from the other party members, is moving around very sporadically, and the bullet whizzes over its shoulder and ricochets off of the wall behind it. All right, that is it for Caleb's turn, I believe, yes?
Yeah, that's
All right.
all I can do.
Yeah,
is that all I can do?
Unless you want to take a cunning action to hide or something.
Yeah.
Do the gambit cards use an action?
Yes.
Yeah. You would need the chess set to do a bonus action.
Fuck, I can't fucking find where this shit is. There it is, attunement.
Should be colored.
So no, I don't have anything else I can do.
All right. It is now Raccoon's turn. Raccoon levels their pistol at the Ichor Beast and fires, but as its head was swiveled towards Caleb from the first shot, it hears the second one and parries the bullet out of the way, and you can hear it bounce against the tile flooring at its feet as it is just like swirling around, gooey, bubbling confusion as it's being attacked from all sides. Its counterpart is stunned and being just cleaved with a blade. It's not a good day to be Subject Zeta. And as Subject Zeta...
You guys were so worried. Look at this strategy. We're confusing it.
Nothing's confused, it's just overwhelmed.
Caro, as you ready your crossbow, deciding what your course of action is going to be, Zeta steps back from Lucian and giving a little... and it reaches its head back and gives a hideous, piercing noise that makes all of you want to instinctively cover your ears as it bounces around in the acoustics of this metallic chamber. This like piercing, almost train whistle-like noise. And as the noise dies down, you all recognize it as it's attempting to whistle. And as it looms back into its previous posture and raises its blade, help me! Help me!
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Caleb, Zephyr, both of you feel plink, playing cards bounce off against your heads.
He's here.
In the pre-session chat, I mentioned there was something you guys had forgotten, and that was that thing I mentioned. Epsilon can teleport.
Oh, did he say teleport? I know he mentioned like there was like a window open or something. He can go to the library.
I meant like a few sessions ago. Thade had mentioned something, and that's what it was.
Yeah, I remember he mentioned that he could get inside anytime he wanted to, but yeah.
Zephyr and Caleb and Lucian from next to you, you all hear this sound, this of like cards being shuffled rapidly as suddenly this massive hulking pustule Ichor Beast that you had encountered in the chamber teleports between all of you, cards scattering everywhere in a whirlwind as Epsilon enters the fray, and kind of peering around as it takes in the situation.
I just realized something.
What's that?
Zephyr is within 5 feet of this thing.
Yeah.
So Caleb would get sneak attack. Caleb was within 5 feet of it, so
Zephyr will get sneak attack. And if Zephyr goes, if Theta moves, so Zephyr can get to the other side of it, then you guys would get flanking to get advantage as well.
Well, you would get.
All right.
Caleb would get.
What
advantage.
if Caleb moves like to here? Would that be flanking?
You would have to move next to Lucian, but yes, that would be flanking, and it won't provoke attack of opportunity since you're not moving out of its range. But it is not your turn yet, so you cannot move just yet.
It's still its turn.
Yeah, it is Epsilon's turn as Epsilon has entered
the teleport isn't an action.
Well,
not for these guys.
Well, for starters, he could have teleported different, like earlier before the fight. Who knows?
You all watch as from the waistline of, again, this like this Ichor Beast where the humanoid torso almost looks like it's like crucified onto this massive anchor. You watch as 2 more humanoid bodies emerge from its waist. One clutching playing cards in hand, and the other one, Caleb and Zephyr, you're able to see it close up as it's closest to you. You see it holding a long weapon that's actually vaguely reminiscent of the weapon in your hands, Caleb. And you can see its head like wreathed in smoke and flame. It doesn't appear to be a musket exactly, but it does appear to be a firearm of some kind.
Also, wait. I'm thinking about something earlier.
What's that?
So, wait. Out of curiosity, Theta, or the one that attacked Lucian, can attack 3 times, right?
Yeah, it has multi-attack.
And it used Action Surge, why? Or it used... what did it use Action Surge for?
Because it used Misty Step.
Misty Step bonus action.
I actually did not know that, but regardless,
I was just like, well, now
You weren't supposed to point that out.
Yeah, I mean, it's already too late. Went through
and hey, if you don't have inspiration already, I will give you inspiration for pointing that out. That's fair play. I won't penalize you guys for that. That's a mistake on my part.
At least he gave inspiration to you.
That I already have.
I mean,
I get that, but yeah, I was just like,
regardless, I appreciate it.
Hey, I'll take the inspiration he can't have.
I'll take his inspiration that he.
What's that?
Well, yeah, but.
Oh, I thought you were calling me. Sorry.
Oh wow, man. I said, "Oh God."
Yes.
Wow, man.
I just misheard him. Leave me alone.
Oh
I don't know, guys. Right. I think we might be onto something here. Matthew, are you God?
So Epsilon. Let's see, what is Epsilon
in this D&D game, he is God.
Close
we'll see about that.
Yeah, that is definitely it.
Yeah, I've killed the god before.
Puny God.
Yeah. Puny slimy god.
Stinky.
All right. First, for its first attack, as it takes in the situation and the three torsos begin to split at the waist, each one starts to direct its attention to different parts of the room. Zephyr and Caleb, you watch as the middle torso on the anchor swivels to allow the one clutching the playing cards to turn and look at the two of you, and it clutches the cards in its hand as if trying to crush them, and cards begin to rapidly funnel out of its wrist, and Caleb, one of them, slices across your side, dealing
Can I
9
use
slashing
uncanny
damage.
dodge?
No, this I believe Austin, you're playing a rogue as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe uncanny dodge is for saving throws, not attack rolls.
What?
Whenever an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can
Well,
use
uncanny
your
dodge
reaction
is
to
not
add
for that.
attack
But
damage against
you mean you're saying something? Oh no, it's uncanny. Yes. It does say you can just half the damage of an attack.
Okay, then yes, you can use uncanny dodge. That will reduce the damage to 4.
Cunning dodge.
You take 4 slashing damage as it slices across you, and it rolled a 3, so it is going to get some temp HP from the suit it rolled.
Does it get the 4, or does it get the temp HP before the half?
It just rolls and then regains half of what it rolled as hit points. So,
I guess of what it rolled. So.
And then half of that. So it pull up a thing to keep track of its health.
But that does mean I've used my reaction, so I can't uncanny dodge repeatedly.
Yeah,
well, and you can't. If he moves out of range, you can't get an opportunity attack. So.
Yeah.
That's the only downside.
All right. That is its card attack. I actually forgot this thing gets advantage on initiative rolls, so it could have showed up here earlier, but that's fine. And let me see if that would actually work here. No, not quite. Lucian, as you turn to take in the new opponent bearing down on you, a sound that's now not foreign to you, as you've heard it a few times, but still invokes a instinctual sense of terror as the head that is wreathed in flame bears its weapon down on you, and you hear and you watch as 2 Ichor spikes drill into the floor, forming a bipod for the rifle as the Ichor Beast pulls the trigger once, twice, bearing down on you at point blank. I remember your AC,
Wouldn't it
don't
have
worry.
Disadvantage?
It does not. It has firearms expert.
Firearm expert. Got some feats.
Yeah. Well, remember these used to be people. So.
I know.
The second attack misses, but the first one hits. Let me roll that damage for you, Lucien.
Now I'm curious.
I want to get something clear. You said that his head is like fiery?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll get to you. Lucian, you take 15 piercing damage
Gotcha.
as an Ichory bullet like blows through you, and as the head grabs onto the arm of the anchor-bearing beast and pulls itself up and hoists the weapon over its shoulder, almost letting it visibly cool as it takes in all of you. And yeah, it's already used its bonus action to get here, so that is the end of Epsilon's turn. Caro, you are up. Gil on deck.
Okay.
Well, this has gone to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
2/3 Ichor Beasts.
Gil might have to fight that thing on his own.
He's fighting it with Neon.
So what would you like to do, Caro?
Gotta decide how far away stuff is.
Yeah. So I will try to shoot at Oh god, this is Epsilon, right?
No, that's
No, that's Neon.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, that's
The black
Neon.
blobs
Oh, okay,
are-
Yeah,
these
the
guys.
blobs. The
Yeah.
big black blobs are.
Yeah,
the
the big ones
I'll
are the
shoot at
enemies.
Neon.
Yeah. This is our friendly boy.
Yeah, the little one's
Okay,
friendly, the
that's
big ones are
Zeta.
mean.
Okay. So
Aim for the big ones. Yeah.
The one
Is
closest
this
to you
Epsilon?
is Zeta. No, yeah, the one that Zephyr and Caleb are backed up with is Epsilon. The one closest to you is Zeta.
So I'm gonna shoot at Zeta then.
All right, go for it.
Uh, 10. I'm not
That's a
rolling
miss.
good today.
Yeah, it's a miss, I'm afraid. You fire, and it blocks the bolt out of the way. It seems ready for the ranged attacks that are being pelted at it, and it's just ready to keep blocking them.
Well, try again.
Yeah, go for it.
That was a nat 20 that time.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll for damage. Don't forget your poison.
Finally, some good luck. We had fucking 3 ranged attacks miss in a row.
It does succeed on the poison save, unfortunately.
That's okay.
On 4 rolls.
Yeah.
Caleb missed.
So
Zephyr
that's 5
missed after
damage.
rolling twice. Caleb missed after rolling twice.
All right. How much damage, Carol?
That's 5 damage.
All right, nice. 5 damage against the boy.
And as for it's my good boy, Garo, he'll go to I'm forgetting their names.
Zeta?
Yeah, Zeta.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna have him pounce though.
All right. Do they have enough movement speed to do that?
It's at least 20 feet, so yes.
Well, no, I mean, do they have the mobility? Like, they may need to back up and then charge forward to do that.
Do pounds.
I think they should be able to. If you back up into the hallway, you should be able to do it.
Yeah,
I think you have
yeah.
enough movement speed to do that. So.
Yeah, he has 40.
Why does he
movement
need to
speed, so I
back
can
up?
Well, he's saying
because they need to jump at least 20 feet.
Yeah, they need to run at least 20 feet in a straight line to activate pounds. So yeah, you can easily do that. So you can go ahead and just move Garo where you want them to be. You don't need to actually, as long as you're keeping track of what their movement speed is, then you don't need to mime it out on the table. So
let's see. 50.
Garo charges. You can't share the space with them. You can just be next to Theta. Yeah, or there. That's fine.
It's fine either way.
Yeah, whatever works. All right.
Garo.
I'm trying to see how much it would be. It'd be about 35 movement speed, but.
Yeah. I think they can do that.
Yeah, they have 50.
Stop trying to sabotage us, Austin.
He still has that.
I knew he had it. I was just curious how much it would take.
Okay. So the target has to make a DC 12 saving throw.
All right, let me do that. What kind of save is it? Actually, it doesn't matter. It succeeds. Sorry.
Rude.
Sorry, I genuinely wanted to know, but then I looked and I saw that I literally rolled a 12. So no matter what, it's and I know for a fact it doesn't have a negative modifier. So
it's okay.
But you do still get to attack it, I believe. Or is pounce an action?
I believe.
It's
it's not under the actions, so
here I will.
Well,
double
pounce
check.
is an attack.
Action,
Pounce is an attack. Yeah, pounce I think is an attack. It says
I get to attack if he's not
claw.
prone, but he wasn't, so.
You attack it with the claw.
Yeah. You would hit it with a claw to do that. So, so yes, basically make a claw attack. So you won't knock it prone, but you do still get to make a claw attack on him.
Yeah, sometimes I get confused.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you haven't played a ranger before. It's understandable. All right.
That's 22.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Well, gotta get that funky triangle out.
Time for the triangle.
Triangle time.
I have one cooking
That's
right
4
now.
damage. 4 slashing damage. I don't know if he's resistant to that or whatever.
Noted. All right. 4 you said, just so I can.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That the end of your turn, Kara?
Yes.
All right, your second crossbow bolt strikes true as you manage to basically catch it between its head and the blade before it can block it. And as it's like looming back from that, Garrow backs up into the hallway before charging forward and slicing. And while it's not able to knock Zeta over just because Zeta's so much bigger, it does rake its claws pretty deep into Zeta's side. And it appears a little unhappy that its reinforcements haven't immediately turned the tide of the battle in its favor. Gil, you're up. Lucien on deck.
Yeah, considering it attack, how much damage did it wind up doing? It did 4 to Caleb. How much did it do to Lucien?
And like I think 10 to Lucien, if I recall.
No.
So
No,
like
This is a high number.
Okay, so as for what I want to do, so when I raged last round, so he's going to take on the form of Ichor Beasts.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And when he does this, just for a little bit of flavor, like he's going to be completely transformed, looking no better than Theta, and is actually going to cover his weapon if you allow that. Just for flavor.
Yeah. As long as it's just flavor, then go for it. So you all watch as Gil gives the same unearthly shriek of the other Ichor Beasts as they completely transform into the very substance that runs through their veins, completely overtaking them. As Gil, I presume you go to swing your now Ichor-coated blade.
Yeah.
Go for it. Make those rolls, boy.
Advantage, correct? Since he's still stunned.
Yes. So yes, you will make this at advantage.
Yeah.
4.
How much again, sir?
24 to hit.
That is it. Roll for damage. Or you can Austin. Yeah. So go ahead and roll damage because we'll see if you need your second attack or not.
No, he's that low.
Mm-hmm.
18, you said? 19. All right. Gil, as you and your blade transform, you give a swirling strike, and Neon, you watch as Gil basically bisects this particular Zeta, and as the two sides land opposite each other with a wet and begin to melt and crumble into the floor, the strange weapon it was carrying appears to remain. It appears that was not connected to the beast directly, and thus is left behind.
Now we can kind of like surround and gang up on these other 2 Ichor Beasts.
Indeed you can. Gil, that Zeta is slain, and I believe you should still have 1 attack and your movement and all that jazz, so what would you like to do? Yeah, I figured.
Wait, would he get flanking from here?
If
he'd be flanked everywhere. Really? Wouldn't he?
Or here?
Wouldn't he be flanked from anywhere, pretty much?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you have to be directly across from one of your allies to get flanking.
Okay, then that's where I'm going to get.
Yeah, so there you would get flanking thanks to Lucien. So.
Okay, so you get flanking here, you'd get flanking here.
Yes.
And you might even get it here.
Yeah, as long as you count. If you count Theta as an ally, then yes, you would get flanking there. So pretty much the only square he wouldn't is where he had originally put himself.
Yeah.
But you get it now. So.
Actually, wouldn't that mean Caleb gets?
My first roll
is flanking from here.
Oh Jesus!
No, that space doesn't count. You
nice.
Right here.
No, he's right here.
Oh yeah, he's not wrong.
All right. The nat 20. That is obviously a hit. Roll for damage.
Wouldn't Caleb have flanking? Look.
Yeah, as long as you count Theta as an ally, then yeah.
Zephyr wouldn't get flanking though, but if Caleb...
It doesn't really matter. Zephyr's not staying.
That is
when they have the upper hand now.
Alright.
Yeah.
I can like literally surround these guys and just get flanking attacks everywhere.
Yeah,
as I
walk away.
I thought you were supposed to be smarter than the rest. Ooh.
All right, picking a fight.
Yes.
Rada.
I am.
Rada.
Oh, Rada. All right, is that the end of your turn, Gil?
Yes.
All right. As you slice the remaining Zeta across the back, and it now has to keep its attention divided in all directions as it's just being constantly pelted from all sides, and it gives a low as you insult it. Lucian, you're up. Neon on deck.
Okay. So I have a question.
I may have an answer.
So to say something to another person, like for example, if I want Theta to do something.
Talking is a free action, but it is up to the character in question if they actually do what you say or not.
Okay. So where is Theta on the map?
Theta's the little one.
Right
Theta's the little one between the two big ones.
And then where is the gambling man?
The one directly north of you.
Okay. So I'm going to yell to Theta. Hey Theta, do me a favor. Make it cold on what's his name? Epsilon.
Theta kind of turns their head to you and gives a and it seems a little distracted, but it appears to have at least heard you. It remains to be seen if Theta actually does it.
It's not their turn yet.
Yeah. So what would you like to do?
You would have flanking on this one because of Gil, but you wouldn't have flanking on this one unless you moved like here.
I would like to.
Well, then you that would hurt her.
I would like to.
You would be leaving the range of this guy.
Yeah. I'm going to clutch my holy symbol and close my eyes and try to zone everything out for just a moment and talk to Jiva. And I would like to I would like to channel divinity, preserve life, and restore 25 hit points to myself.
Right.
And
damn, that's a pretty good spell.
Yeah. It's not a spell.
Yeah, well, like good magic.
It's still an action. Like, you use an action to use it. Yeah.
It's a magic thing that you use. It's a spell.
Yeah, it just technically doesn't consume spell slots. It's a semantics thing.
Yeah. It is, and then I get full, and now I'm back up to full health.
All right. As you take a moment to say your prayer, this burning, heinous pain, because you've heard a gun before, but this is your first. Believe this is your first time getting shot. And you cover your bullet wound, which is the size of that thing's rifle. It left a pretty sizable crater in your side as you say your prayer, and you feel Jiva's warmth embrace you as the wound begins to close. It leaves a very obvious, like, tender circular scar, but you are healed.
Wait, hold on. What?
Is that it for your turn?
Like, I could go with the rest of the scars that are on me. That finishes my turn.
Well,
all right. All right, Officer Neon.
I swear to God, Austin.
I'm trying not to. But I'm like.
Officer
I
Neon,
just see rules. I'm just like, should I tell them?
What is it?
Channel divinity, preserve life. Has an interesting text here. I'm just like trying to decipher it in my head.
Here, I'll pull it up real quick. Don't roll yet, but Neon, what are you gonna want to do? And Zephyr, you will go after Theta.
Yeah.
So this guy that's this is a big guy right here that's been getting hit by Gil and all them.
Yeah, it's Zeta.
Right there. Yeah. How's he looking?
He looks pretty bad. He's been taking a lot of hits.
All right, how about this guy over here?
Looks pretty much fine. They've taken a hit or two, but you know,
They've not been
still
hit hard yet.
Yeah, they're still kicking.
I want to move over here, so I will. because I have 40 feet of movement speed.
And you have flanking.
And I want to grapple him.
You going for flanking? I was like, oh, there you go.
All right. Okay. Interesting. All right. Yeah. And because grapple counts as an action, or like an attack action, I mean, I will give you advantage on this since you're flanking. Also,
flanking OP.
Yeah, a lot of DMs don't do it, but I personally prefer to, just because I think it encourages more creative player movement than just.
And like, to be fair, we're surrounding these guys.
No, yeah, that's it. And remember, flanking can also be used on you. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, they can't flank any of us because there's no gap between them.
No, yeah, I'm just more pointing out that, like, because I'm allowing flanking in this campaign in general, that means you can be flanked too.
Yeah, basically, if they had an army.
It's not our fault they didn't come with more preparation.
More people.
Yeah, it's like, it wound up being kind of, like, what's the card guy called again?
Epsilon.
Yeah, Epsilon, yeah.
Epsilon, like, seriously, Zeta's gotta be looking at Epsilon like, them surround us.
Also, real quick before we hash out Neon's role, Zephyr, I don't see anything particularly notable about Restore Life. What's catching your eye?
Second to last sentence.
What is it?
Second
to
last.
I'll let Matt rule.
Restore to no more than half of its hit point maximum. I'll allow it this time, but for future reference, yeah, Lucian, that is fair. For future reference, you can only use that ability to restore yourself up to half of your health, which you weren't at yet, since you had only gotten hit once. So I'll allow it this time, but for future reference.
Half of their max health or half of the whole?
Yeah, basically, like, you have to be below half health, and then it'll heal you up to half, but no further.
I see.
Okay, so it's not something like it'll heal back half the damage you took or something.
No,
yeah.
I honestly, I took it as like you can only heal up to half your hit. Like, you basically, if you have 50 HP, you can only heal up to.
Well, because it says you can restore a creature to no more than half of its hit point maximum, which to me implies that you can heal them for no more than half of their maximum health.
Yeah, you're ruling.
Again, I'll allow that. I'll allow it this time, but for future reference. All right. And Neon, what did you roll for your attempt to grapple Epsilon?
I rolled a 19.
I'm not even joking. It total got a dirty 20. Morgan is also
inspiration.
Roll.
I will.
Question. Does a nat 20 overroll a dirty 20?
Yes. A critical strike overrides literally everything.
Even if you get a 24, and I was like, well, I got.
Yeah, because your thing was crit. Like, crits are what allow you to win fights where you're seriously outmatched. All right. Okay. Go ahead and roll again. I wasn't bullshitting you. It did get a dirty 20, so if you can beat that.
Basically, you got to roll higher than a 20 or a nat 20.
And you get. Never mind.
I'm not even kidding. I got a 21. I rolled an 18 with +3.
Also, this won't affect anything.
Have fun flavoring this one, huh?
Yeah. Speaking of which, Morgan is large, correct, Jacob?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have to move Raccoon to the side a little bit, but they haven't used their movement at all, so that's fine. Or actually, no. Wait. Raccoon is small, so you can move through their space without issue. All right. Jacob, would you like to flavor this?
So I like to imagine is basically I go to bite him, I go to bite him with the giant mech, and he is able to kind of wrench himself away for a second, and then I just back up
like
and
basically
go under.
Yeah, 6 hands basically grab onto the front of your mech to try and force you back. Which 6 strong arms combined is pretty good, but yeah, you come up from under it and basically get this thing into a firm. You guys watch as Neon basically gets it into the same vaguely police grapple that you had seen it put the previous Ichor Beast in the tunnels in, and yeah, you have Epsilon successfully grappled.
Hell yeah.
I love how it rolled 1 higher than you, so you used inspiration to roll 1 higher than it.
No, yeah.
This was a struggle for the ages.
You were the one who was going to die.
This is like an MMA fucking fight over here right now.
Yeah, we're wrestling.
Wrestling.
All right. Is that it for you, Neon?
That'll be it for now.
Okay. Zephyr, you'll be up after Zeta, who is going to... what is Zeta going to do? Zeta is not in a good spot.
Zephyr's still going to run, even though one of them is looking pretty bad and the other is currently grappled.
I'm going to say, is Zeta going to comment on the fact that I just insulted him?
Let's find out. Zeta's doing their turn right now.
Are you trying to taunt him? So he'll attack you instead.
At the very beginning.
Zeta is going to heal themselves. This Zeta has not done that yet.
They can only do it once?
Yeah, it uses a second wind, but the other Zeta had done it, but not this one. So,
fighter.
All right, it regains some health.
1d10 plus something.
How's it looking after regaining that health?
Better, but
still bad.
Yeah, it's still not great.
Yeah, the second wind doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, it's just a little bit extra since it doesn't take it uses your bonus action, but that's it. Zeta is going to. Zeta again is not looking great, and since it is flanked now, it will have disadvantage on its attacks.
And also, if it tries to escape this surroundment, it's gonna have literally, like 3 opportunity attacks procced on it.
Depends on
4 if you count Theta. Zeta is gonna.
Can all of the opportunity attacks hit, or is it like if one hits, then the other?
No. It will consume all of their reactions, but this is why you don't want to get surrounded, because there is no. As long as they choose to take them, it can make as many as it wants.
Caleb used his uncanny dodge, so he can't do it because he doesn't have a reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, good fucking lord. I mean, I already wasn't rolling great, and then the disadvantage just made it worse.
Crazy. Flanking, you get disadvantage with flanking.
To be fair, there was a lot of bad rolls in this fight. There was literally like 3 misses on 5 rolls.
Yeah, and also, again, Austin, remember, enemies can flank you, too.
I know, I'm just saying it's weird. It's like, I get that, like, it's, while we have that against them, and if they outnumber us, they'll probably have that against us. I get that.
And, it makes sense.
If they outnumbered us, if, one of us was in between them, they'd have a flanking attack on that person.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it misses with all of its attacks. Even without the disadvantage, it would have missed. It just missed worse. I didn't roll super great.
Did it nat 1 any of them?
Yes, actually.
Then maybe it should accidentally hit its buddy.
Well,
out of curiosity,
and see what it does.
Okay.
Gil, it goes to take an aggressive swing at you for taunting it, but you manage to parry its blade out of the way, and you can see that.
It does that.
As the impact of your parry basically bounces up its arm, it actually is kind of stunned in place for a hot second as it's just vibrating before it turns to take a swing at Lucian. And Lucian, while you're caught between a mech and a second Ichor Beast and this one, you still manage to kind of lean against Morrigan to give yourself just enough breathing room to dodge the strike as it looms and looks between all the things attacking it, not looking particularly happy. That is going to be the end of Zeta's turn. Zeta is running out of options and out of hope.
Whose turn is it?
I mean, that's the end of his
it's
turn.
about to be Zephyr's, but well, again, technically it didn't need to use it. I'll still say that it used up its action surge. I'll throw you guys a bone. So, that's the end of Zeta's turn. Zephyr, you're up.
All right. Well,
You gonna leave?
I'm gonna walk over here.
It is gonna get an opportunity attack.
It won't though. Well, 2 reasons.
Disengage.
Well, first off, I can disengage, but he's grappled, so he can't use a reaction.
Oh, I actually forgot about that. Let me check.
Yeah, if
I
he's
believe,
grappled.
I believe you. I'm just legitimately curious.
Yeah, grappled uses if they are incapacitated and can't, or they're in, grappled gives the incapacitated. There you go. I said it right.
Yeah, you're all good.
So I was like, ooh.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
But either way, I was good. If not, I was gonna disengage with my
Yeah,
bonus.
just double checking. So, because this is why I was legitimately confused. All grapple does is reduce their speed to 0, and it can't benefit from speed bonuses. It ends if they're incapacitated.
I see. But either, I guess I'll just. I will disengage with my bonus action.
All right, so it no longer gets an attack of opportunity on you as you duck and start running. It throws several cards at you, but you manage to duck and cover as you can hear ting, 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 the metallic cards impact the wall as you run. But you, Caro, you see Zephyr manage to get up to about where you are as you're reloading your crossbow. Zephyr, what would you like to do?
All right, now that I am a good, decent, safe distance, I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, roll.
Okay.
Let's see.
First roll.
I don't think he's gonna get advantage on this one.
Oh, I do.
Well, he has pack tactics, so he does.
Yeah, that's why I do it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I have pack as long as an ally is 5 feet from it, I get pack tactics.
And you get sneak attack.
Yeah. 15. I think I tried for that kind of strategy. It just happened. I think.
Yeah, just how it worked out.
First roll, 15 plus 7, so 20 something.
Okay, and you want to try for a crit?
I mean, I roll for a second one.
Yeah, go for it. You have advantage. It's not like you can do worse.
Yeah, but second roll is an 18, or natural 18. So.
Yeah, you definitely hit. Roll for damage, and you do, of course, get sneak attack.
Yeah.
Sneak attack.
All right.
Sneak attack is pretty dangerous if you get a crit.
Oh yeah, and then you get up
that's
there.
Rogue's whole thing, after all.
At level 19, you get 10 d6. Double that, so 20 d6 in one roll. That's not counting your weapon. Well, also if you use that kind of crit. Either way, the weapon itself will do 8 piercing and sneak attack. 3, 2, 4, 9 sneak attack damage.
Okay, noted. All right. Things are heating up.
Can you smell what the party is cooking?
So, Zephyr, as you and Caro basically form a very, very small firing line with your crossbows, you take a shot at Epsilon, and your shot is dead on. Your aim is true, but Caleb, you watch as the Ichor Beast clutching the card suddenly swivels its head towards you, and it it's almost like this brief frozen second of it just making direct, unsettling eye contact with you as it reaches its free hand that isn't clutching the cards up to the neck of the anchor clutching Ichor Beast and almost drags it. And Zephyr, whereas your shot was going to strike directly in the neck, it instead strikes it in the shoulder. It used uncanny dodge to half the damage.
Got a rogue boy.
But that was its reaction used.
So basically, uncanny dodge turns a crit back into a regular attack.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
You could get armor to be immune to crits.
Okay.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Making some last calculations. There we go. Okay.
Keys.
All right.
Doing
Is that
Matthew?
Indeed, I am. Is that the end of your turn, Zephyr?
You get it?
Believe I have nothing I can do. I don't have. There's one other that doesn't count. Yeah, I cannot do anything.
All right, Caleb, you will go after Theta. Theta is going to heed Lucian's words and try and get some cold damage going on Epsilon. They have several options.
And they get advantage.
Indeed, they do, assuming they're making a direct attack.
And they considered you an ally.
Yeah, that's how Matthew reveals the secret. He doesn't get advantage on this roll for some reason.
How odd. I mean, I'm making the rolls. You have no idea what I'm rolling.
True.
All of you, now that all of you are in the main chamber, you all watch as Theta kind of steps back and gives a and plunges its claws into the metallic tile. You can actually see it clawing bits of the tile at its feet out as this wave of frost stretches from its feet towards towards subject Epsilon, who starts to kind of like shimmy side to side as the ground beneath it begins to freeze before finally icicles begin to shoot out and almost form a triangular pyramid-like cage to contain Epsilon within. Theta used an ability unique to them, Icy Entangle, which turns the
double grappled now.
Yeah, it is grappled, and even if it escapes that grapple, which is going to take a saving throw anyway, basically, if for whatever reason Neon can't grapple it, it now is considered restrained.
It's grappled and restrained.
Almost makes me feel bad.
Ain't going nowhere.
Can I look over to him and just go back at him?
Theta looks up at you, Lucian, and for a moment it's kind of spooky as it just stares at you before its face breaks out in a wide, kind of dopey smile.
No.
Love him.
No.
Is it considered restrained and grappled essentially?
Yes, because it doesn't get a chance to make a saving throw against this until its turn. So yes, until its turn comes up, it is considered both, and that area has become difficult terrain.
All right.
All right.
I mean, I could make it even worse if I use something that does slashing damage.
Indeed.
Okay, they have no speed at all. Cut their 0 speed even less.
Well, I can also give it disadvantage. Like, it doesn't get attack rolls anyway, so blah.
It gets attack rolls. It can attack.
Yeah, it can attack. Well, it basically, while it's restrained, it just again can't
grappled?
move. Yeah, it's grappled and grapple doesn't prevent you from attacking. It just means you can't move. But now that it's restrained, thanks to Theta, its attacks will have disadvantage if they didn't already, and it has disadvantage on dex saves.
Yeah, we have advantage.
And similar to advantage, disadvantage does not stack, unfortunately.
But it has advantage as well. Our attacks have advantage on it.
Yeah, but I only didn't mention that because most of yours already do.
Is it Caleb's turn?
Indeed, it is. That's all Theta's able to do. So
Caleb is going to put the musket back over his back, and he's going to pull out a rapier.
All right.
A melee attack, the one right in front of him.
All right. Roll.
With advantage.
Indeed, because you are flanking it.
Flanked? It's restrained?
And even if you weren't, you would get advantage because it's restrained anyway.
Yeah.
This is what teamwork can accomplish.
That's going to be a 15 in total.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Motherfucker. Why do I even bother rolling? These dice are just going to give me nothing anyways.
All right.
Fuck. Can I roll in D&D Beyond just to see if it would have been better?
If you like.
That was a damage.
Wouldn't count. I can see you roll. Nope.
That was a damage. That was a damage roll.
See
Go
that?
away dice.
See that?
Would have been a 17.
which still would have missed.
Oh wow.
Okay, I'm calling bullshit. This thing can uncanny dodge and has a high AC?
Well,
There is
high
7
dex.
of 8 of you if you count Theta.
I mean, it could have +5 dex, you know.
All right. Raccoon is going to reload their pistol. It is now Epsilon's turn.
Seriously, like, I feel like I might as well not even have shown up to this session because I've done nothing.
I mean,
you can go home if you want, or log off. I mean,
like go home. Like I am.
Epsilon is going to. What is Epsilon going to do? Epsilon.
All I've done is take a hit for somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, tank.
Yeah, the tank rogue. Let's go with that strategy.
I mean, you could, you know, a high defense
tank
rogue.
with his face. Tank with his squishy face.
I mean, you can go for a high defense or a high AC rogue and just be like, well, good luck hitting me.
Just dodge everything.
Yeah, Epsilon.
And the rare time you do get hit, you just have it.
Pulls its firearm free once more and levels it in your general direction, Neon. But it's the bulk of its barrel seems to just be leveled between Lucian and Neon. I'm gonna need both of you, and technically Raccoon, but I'll take care of that on my end, to make a dex save, please.
Can do.
Is it a blunderbuss?
Let's find out.
What do you call a bus that doesn't run well?
A blunderbuss.
A blunderbuss.
A broken bus. I got a 7.
All right, 7. Lucian.
$14.
All right. Okay. You both failed the save.
Wow.
This is all your fault, Lucian.
Probably.
Probably. She understands.
Probably.
All right. You watch as
the voice.
it almost
Didn't
looks
someone
like
give them a nickname earlier?
I think it was just Mage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all your fault, Mage.
The ichor around the gun barrel seems to almost be dripping, almost forming a second one, as the one that's forming below, like a cannon firing, goes off. Lucian and Neon, you both take 23 piercing damage.
That's not so bad.
From its barrage attack. For its bonus action, because it cannot multi-attack if it uses that ability. What would it even be able to do if I used that?
Which one is this?
Epsilon.
Okay. He gonna die.
Okay. Yeah, that's within range. Gil, would you do me a solid and make me a strength saving throw?
Oofy oof.
$23.
All right. As Lucian and Neon and Raccoon, you all kind of stumble back as pellets of lead just rake into your fronts. The middle torso finally starts to twitch, convulse, and move. Gil, you see Zeta turn and give you a grin as it suddenly leaps into the air as the middle torso swings the anchor over its head on a chain and flings it at you, and it impacts you directly in the chest as Zeta perches to land on it with grace. However, because you succeeded the saving throw, you are not pulled towards it as it was intending. But it hurt being you had the wind knocked out of you there.
Who got hit?
Well, he didn't take any damage, but the middle Epsilon body threw a anchor at Gil.
Wow.
That is going to be.
I am raging, so keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, I'm aware. I think Epsilon's gonna action surge.
Man, what does this guy not have?
Epsilon is going to Ghost Water Dive.
He's gonna be out of his grapple.
Ghost Water Dive?
Yeah.
Yep.
What he
Hell
said.
yeah, that sounds cool.
Well, you heard him, right?
What is that?
About to find out.
Caleb, Lucian, and Neon, as you're wrestling with it, Neon, you feel Morgan's grip on it suddenly violently slacken. As Caleb, you watch as Epsilon literally melts into a puddle of water and just lays freezing in the frost cage that Theta had created. Theta kind of tilts their head in confusion before you all hear a splash, and Gil, you turn behind you to see Epsilon looming in the cavern mouth, dripping with water. And for its, I believe it cannot take an extra bonus action with action surge, though.
It just gives you an action, yeah.
Yeah, which it used to Ghost Water Dive, so that is the end of Epsilon's turn. It has teleported out of your grapple and gotten itself out of the nasty situation it was just in.
Yeah, but now his buddy is about to just get completely surrounded.
Kero,
no
you're
honor
up.
among Ichor Beasts.
Kero, you're up. Gil on deck.
Okay. What to do? How much health does wait, sorry. Does this one have?
Well,
Or
you don't
wait.
know.
Okay, sorry.
So how bad
Let
is
me
he looking?
rephrase it. What is he looking like?
You know what they
He looks fine.
Okay.
He's taken a couple licks, but seems like he's still doing pretty good.
With him?
Looks pretty bad.
Okay.
Matthew, I
shoot
thought
at
you
him.
hated semantics.
I do.
It's like, what's their health like? Well, you don't know.
Well, no, because
Question.
if I recall, they had just said like how much health do they have, which is why I was just like, you don't know.
You know
that.
what they
Oh
meant.
yeah, I'm a fool.
All right. So what would you like to do, Kara?
Okay. I'm going to shoot at ooh.
Zeta.
In their name, yes.
All right. Roll.
Roll that damage. Also, Zephyr's is like a unit in Warhammer. What's it called? Total War Warhammer 2. He's like a unit with low loyalty. He'll run at the first sign of trouble.
I mean, what would
But then
say?
come back
Like
and
if
save
something
everyone when the
engages-
city's under siege.
Jacob, it's like the rat slaves and for
Skaven
the
slaves.
Skaven, the Skaven slaves. It's like the second they get into combat, they start running.
Claw.
Yeah.
All right. Kara, how'd you roll on your attack?
Yeah, I got a dirty 20.
That is a hit. Roll for damage, and I will roll the con save for the poison, which it just narrowly succeeds. Beat it by 1.
Almost got you that time. I got a 6.
All right.
Something I realized, I'm a fool. I've been a fool this entire time.
You're fine.
I didn't realize it takes an action to tell Garrow what to do. It doesn't take an action to tell him where to go, though.
Yeah. Oh, so it's like an action to have it
To
attack
tell
and
him,
stuff.
yes, to tell him to attack. Otherwise, he'll just dodge automatically. I didn't realize that. That's my bad.
No, that's fine.
I didn't know
Noted for the future. We're all learning as we go. A lot of us are playing classes we're not familiar with.
I don't play,
I'm going to tell Garrow to attack.
I don't play rogues.
Okay.
Given rogues are kind of simple.
I mean, you can say that for a lot of classes if you like.
Yeah, it's just a matter of remembering what you can and
The
can't do.
simplest class is probably barbarian. Rage, charge in, melee attack. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, Kara, you do get 2 attacks if you want to attack a second time.
Yeah.
I will make another con save for
So
poison.
is it 2 attacks or do I get 2 actions?
No,
You get 2 attacks.
it is an attack action to use 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. I get
That's
you.
why Zeta was able to, if it wanted to, action surge to multi-attack again, because it is a separate attack action.
So Garo will automatically dodge, by the way, if I don't tell
Okay,
him to do
noted.
anything. So I will try to attack again.
Okay.
25.
It succeeds the poison save, just barely again, though. It's rolling progressively lower. It's like good con. That's like keeping it from getting poisoned at this point.
I'll get you yet. I got 25, and it was...
Damn you.
7.
Okay, noted. As Caro, you level, as Zephyr's firing on Epsilon, you fire at Zeta. Your first shot strikes it in the chest and actually throws off its balance, and it's forced to pounce off of the anchor chain that Epsilon had created, as the chain now just kind of hangs limply from where it had teleported. Your second shot strikes true as well, and you can see it's like getting progressively dizzier and more kind of disoriented and confused, not only from the attacks, but as more and more of your poison is filling it. It is not looking good. It is on death's door and knocking. Is that it for your turn, Caro?
But it already died once.
Twice, technically.
Works for you, but I'm different.
You're still an Ichor Beast, to be fair.
Caro is not an Ichor Beast.
Oh yeah,
or are you?
Spoilers.
Oops. Did I slip up?
Every time somebody says spoilers,
no.
I think of River from Doctor Who.
Fair.
Spoilers.
Right. Gil, you're up. Lucian on deck. Top of the round.
So, what I want to do is I'm going to look at Zeta and I'll say, your buddy does more than you, and I'm going to smack him again with my sword.
Make an attack roll. You have advantage because you're flanking.
Since he said he was almost dead, I want to deal non-lethal damage. I want to put him unconscious.
Okay. Noted. Let's see if you hit.
Spoilers.
One more time.
20.
All right. That is a hit. Roll damage, and so you specified non-lethal, so I'll keep that in mind.
$26.
All right. How do you want to knock it out?
Take the flat of my sword, and I'm just gonna like rear back, and I'm just gonna smack him upside the side of the head with the flat of the blade.
All right, Lucian, you watch as the monstrous form of Gil, using their Ichor blade, just smashes the flat of it up against the head of the remaining Zeta, who stumbles back, like its glowing eyes crossing slightly before it slumps into a puddle on its back, you having to kind of step back into Morrigan to avoid getting splashed. However, it does not crumble as dead Ichor Beasts do. It stays liquidy and melting, but unconscious. Zeta is unconscious, but defeated for the bulk of this battle, which just leaves Epsilon. You still have an attack remaining, Gil. What would you like to do?
So, at this point, I am then going to run and circle around and smack him with my sword as well.
Okay. Yeah, you do have the movement for that, so you're good. All right. Roll.
I'm going to say, don't think I forgot about you. 22 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
23.
All right, noted. What damage types are those, out of curiosity?
Slashing and fire.
How much of that was slashing?
14 of it.
Okay, noted.
Was it resistant to slashing as well?
Maybe.
We'll see.
All right.
Literally, what does this thing not have?
Man, boss fight, man. This thing doesn't even have legendary resistance, which late game bosses do, where I can literally just say it succeeds that saving throw no matter what.
Or legendary actions.
For a D&D boss fight, this is pretty forgiving.
Yeah, legendary actions, like, well, screw your turn, I'm going.
Yeah, or a legendary action where it can move on your turn if it wants to. All right, you do hit it, but as you cleave into it, this thing is massive. It's consisting of 3 completely different bodies. It's still kicking, but you did hurt it. Is that the end of your turn, Gil?
Yes.
All right, Lucian, you're up. Neon on deck.
Hey, so I am going to move. So I am flanking Gil. And
let me go ahead and take Zeta out of here.
Take him out.
What if he's just unconscious?
Well, yeah, but he's not relevant on the battle map now.
What if you want to finish him off?
Well, then you can do that in roleplay. Or you can do that if you want, as your turn. Yeah, I'll remember where he was, so. All right, so
I think what I will do... Is there a part of
your Discord?
You're gonna have to use Gil's mic.
That is not covered in ichor.
No.
Hello.
Your internet was being funky, but we did hear it after a delay. No, this particular one is completely coded. Other than the only thing that's not outright ichor is the cards, and they're just kind of throwing them rather than it being directly attached to them.
Gil, and I'm going to tell him I'm going to hate myself later, and I'm going to reach out and I'm going to touch the Ichor Beast, and I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds at level.
All right, is that a saving throw or an attack?
It is an attack.
All right, roll.
All right, here
what
we
are
go.
they so worried about?
Touching it.
And I get advantage, right? Because
you're
already ichor.
Yeah.
I think it's more just like touching it. Yeah, touching it. Like, because I was gonna point that out in the flavor that I believe this is the first time any of you have made direct skin-to-skin contact with the ichor like this.
Did it have any reaction?
Natural 20.
Let's find out. All right, roll for damage. That's crit.
All right.
What kind of damage is this?
It is
necrotic.
radiant, I think.
No, necrotic.
No, it's radiant.
Inflict wounds is necrotic. What?
Yeah, I think you're looking at Guiding Bolt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I was like,
yeah, it's necrotic.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
That's fine. It's just letting you know. It's like, what?
4d10, so the crit would be 8d10.
Depending on the shot.
Okay, that is 58 necrotic damage.
Wow.
All right.
That's a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
I am just a reference soundboard right now.
It's because he's talking while I'm doing my turn. It's fine.
All right, noted. Lucian, if I recall, this is your first time making direct skin contact with the ichor like this,
So
outside
I'm
of your own
like
bleeding.
gross.
as you plunge your hand into it, Lucian, it's a really distressing sensation of just like this freezing cold goo running over your hand as you reach in, and you don't find like the skin, anything resembling skin. Your hand just keeps going until you hit bone, which you just clutch as something solid and cast your spell. And Epsilon freezes for a second before bursting, sending splatters of ichor onto the walls and on the two of you, but it is still standing as it like sways side to side in pain. Is that the end of your turn, Lucian?
Wipe it on my pants and just go. I really just want the bath. And my turn.
Poor Lucian. All right, Neon, you're up with Zephyr going up. Actually, yeah, Zephyr next because Zeta's out. So Neon, you're up. Zephyr on deck. Oh no, what do you have planned?
Hey Matthew,
You gonna grapple?
I'm gonna grapple him.
I'm gonna wrestle him. All right, go for it.
I'm gonna wrestle
him.
You will not have advantage on this one, but yes, you may attempt to grapple Epsilon. Just
rolls a nat 1.
I love how I literally melted into a puddle to get away from you, and you're just like, no. You get back here.
I burned inspiration for that grapple. I got an 18.
If he rolled a nat 1, he would have fallen on Lucian.
Yeah, with their massive ass mech.
I burned inspiration for that grapple. I'm going to get some mileage out of it.
That's fair, and sure enough, Neon, you fucking just bull charge this thing. Your mech just steamrolling past Lucian, who's just desperately wiping the goo on their pants as you charge, tackle, and pin Epsilon, who just starts to flail in your grip in a panic.
I pick him up and slam him on the ground, splashing Ichor onto Lucian's face.
Oh no!
Oh no.
All right, is that the end of your turn, Neon?
Just feels a rush of wind go past him as the mech goes charging in.
All right.
Sounds of distress from Lucian.
All right, Epsilon is pinned once again. Zephyr, you're up. Caleb on deck after Theta.
Just hear sounds of distress from Lucian.
Man,
Neon's probably like, music to my ears.
All right. Now the question is, should I even do anything?
I guess you might
That's
not
what
have
Zephyr's
to.
been asking himself since day one.
Yeah.
Should I get up
Zephyr's been
this
asking
morning?
since he was born.
Nah. Zephyr will just get released, give it a little sigh as he will just come over here.
Just mosey on over.
And
This is not my day.
pew.
I love to imagine that Zephyr gives that exactly that much enthusiasm, just pew.
Pew.
He gives as much enthusiasm as I gave at graduation.
Valid.
What I remember about graduation is that everybody wanted Miss Harshberg to talk during graduation.
Yeah. I remember everyone wanted me to be in Heelys. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because you brought Heelys to school a couple of times.
Am I really that old?
what, Heelys?
God, no. Healy's was like way after I graduated high school.
Oh no, it was way before. It was cool in elementary. I just went online for
It was
old.
cool in element. Oh my god.
All right,
Goodbye. I am done.
before we cast time magic to magically, so attack roll, Zeph.
I'm pretty sure that hits 21.
Yeah, believe it or not.
But,
Now our wiki page is going to mention how, apparently,
Yeah,
it's going to
21.
mention this anecdotal story of how Austin wore Heelys to graduation.
No,
I don't have a wiki page.
I mean, I didn't wear it. I was like, I didn't want to get in trouble.
talking about the future, damn it.
Well, Peterson will live that long.
9 damage for the weapon.
It'll be something cool for the people who come.
2,
You were talking about people going back and
5,
watching
7,
the original ones. It'll be a cool thing.
7.
One day. It's an
I know
investment.
it's your weapon damage, so just give me the sneak attack, please.
Yeah, no, I'm just like 7. Quick math, 11. 11 sneak attack.
Noted. You just kind of unenthusiastically walk, get into position, and fire, and your crossbow bolt strikes true. And as it already used up its reaction for its turn to help out against fucking Lucian, it cannot half that damage at all, so it takes the full brunt of the hit. Is that the end of your turn, Zeph?
It can't have the sneak attack.
Well,
it already used its reaction to half inflict wounds, so it can't use it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a reaction, and even monsters only outside of like legendary creatures, boss monsters only get one reaction. All right, but that's it for you, Zeph.
Let's see. I had a thought process, but I'm just like, no. I would just do that to be stupid, but Zephyr's not stupid, so.
What were you doing?
I had a thought process of I could use my bow or my cunning action and, search the monster. Pickpocket the monster or something like that. But no, he's gonna end his turn at a safe distance.
Hold up. I see something.
Yeah, someone's writing. Wool Mama is writing.
Lucy and dumb.
Yeah.
How elegant.
Hold on.
True.
You guys are fighting a monster in a secret lab. Focus.
Look, there's always time for graffiti.
I guess that's fair. All right. So that's it for you, Zeph?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Caro, or rather Garrow. As the rest of the party starts to get into position to fight Epsilon in the cavern, Caro, you and Caleb and Zephyr as well are in the most immediate position to watch as Theta kind of stares in the direction that Epsilon is in and slowly extends its arm out with its palm upward. And you watch as its palm begins to visibly frost and freeze before snowballs begin to fly free from its palm and actually swerve into the cavern, soaring between Morrigan's legs and over Lucian's head, striking Epsilon as Theta casts Magic Missile, upcasting it to create 4 projectiles.
Snowballs.
That is it for Theta's turn, I believe. Yes. Yeah. So, Caleb, you are up with Caro on deck after Epsilon and Raccoon.
What's the range in the Gambit cards?
I believe 30 feet.
Okay, so I gotta get within 30 feet of this mofo. I don't have to worry about, like, if people are blocking the way, right?
Yeah, at most I'd penalize you for that on a nat 1, but yeah, it's not cover, it's just people there. Because remember, there's supposed to be like a 5-foot gap between everyone, so you have like a space where you can see the monster and fire, or throw in this case.
Okay.
And yeah, I just double checked it's 30 feet.
So that should be 30 feet.
Yep. All right. You move to stand alongside Theta, who just kind of stares down at you and tilts their head as you reach for your cards.
And he's gonna throw. Do I roll an attack roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's essentially the equivalent of a throwing knife. So it'll be your so you make an attack roll plus your dexterity and your proficiency.
It's without advantage though.
Yeah, because
still, it does. You have to be right next to him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not based off of.
Can sneak attack be added to this?
Yeah, allies are within 5 feet of it, so yeah, if you hit, then yeah, it'll do sneak attack.
Do I get a plus to hit?
Yeah, your dexterity and your proficiency.
So +7.
+6.
Well, actually, no, yeah, I was in mine.
Yeah, so
+6 to hit. Yeah. How long, you son of a bitch, dice? I am going to cry if they fucking low roll me again.
Happens. Yeah.
That is going to be 18 in total.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
About motherfucking time.
Yeah,
roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Well,
I mean, it's a D4. He very well could.
But also, it's actually not bad to roll a 1 because
because it's the high damage. Yeah.
If I roll a 1, if I can roll and add it to the
Razor cards damage.
It'll take the sneak attack this turn, and then half of the sneak attack again on its turn.
Yeah.
So
I rolled a 3.
Alright, so that one heals you. But you do still do damage. So it takes what's your dex modifier?
My dex modifier is 3.
Alright, so it takes 6 slashing, and go ahead and roll your sneak attack.
Yeah.
Well, that was a 1. That's not a great start.
Yeah, you only get 3.
That's a 6. So I roll 1 more. Okay, that's going to be 10 damage.
Alright.
So it'll be 16 damage with the cards.
Alright, noted. And that was a 10 on your sneak attack. So you regain 5 hit points, and if that goes over your max health, then you get what's left as temp health.
So I get to fully heal and get 1 temp health.
Yep. So, Caleb, as you reach into your bag, ready to finally use your cards on a living target, Theta, and Caro, because Caro, you actually didn't really see Caleb mess with the cards that much. You watch as Caleb pulls a deck of cards from their bag and throws it, and the card swirls through the air, leaving this kind of magical aura in its wake as it cleaves between Morgan and Lucian before impacting directly into the beast. And as it impacts, those of you at the Ichor Beasts can see the card morph into a heart suit as Caleb, your wound, the wound in your side begins to close, and you feel this almost magical aura around yourself of shielding and protection.
And that's what I call iron.
You just used this guy, the item he had when he was alive on him, and the item he used on you on top of that. And actually, come to think of it, he rolled a heart on his attack as well.
He's probably not going to be too happy about that.
Probably not. At the end of your turn, Caleb. One more time.
How's he looking, by the way?
He's not looking great. He's taking a pretty healthy beating now that all the attention's on him. But he looks like he can take a bit more. Do you want a cunning action or anything, or are you good?
What would cunning action? You could take a bonus action to take a dash, disengage, or hide action.
Or use an
item. I think we're good.
All right. Raccoon with their pistol freshly loaded. Is going to move a bit closer to where you are, Zephyr, to get within a better range.
And what does 2-weapon fighting do?
You can use a bonus action if you're wielding 2 light weapons to make a second attack with the other light weapon. If you hit, it does a little less damage, but because it doesn't apply modifiers, but it's more damage. And you can take abilities that make that a bit better. All right, Raccoon fires their pistol, but Epsilon grabs almost pulls a chain free from the water pooling at its feet, and pulls upward, and the anchor in the previous chamber vanishes as it pulls it free, and the bullet ricochets off of the dense iron of the submersible construct. It is now Epsilon's turn. What? Oh, what?
I don't like the way he said that.
What is Epsilon gonna do? They can do so much.
Zeta seemed like a pushover compared to this guy.
Epsilon.
You gotta go through me.
Epsilon, all three of its heads swivel to look at you, Gil, and the one clutching the cards gives a very goopy, wide, jagged smile. Gladly, and throws a handful of cards at you.
You asked for it.
That is a crit.
Yeah.
Ooh, ouch.
Dang it.
You asked for it.
Yes, he wants it.
We
need, by the way, we need an icon on Twitch.
You do.
We do. We'll get on that later. All right. I'll give the damage type so you can apply any relevant halves, Gil. You take 13 slashing damage.
Does rage give him resistances?
Yeah. He gets resistance to like basically the basic damage types.
Yeah.
You take an additional 14 damage from Epsilon's innate abilities. It's not any particular type, so just an additional 13. And it rolled a 4, so it gets to choose the suit of its Gambit card.
Oh.
It's going to...
damage was only 14, right?
One more time?
The second damage was 14?
13.
13.
I believe so.
But it wasn't a damage type?
Yeah, some damage don't do a specific, like sneak attack doesn't do a specific type, for example.
So
it's
does
just
that
damage.
ignore resistances, basically?
Generally, yes. Unless
he can't half that.
Yeah, but for instance, Uncanny Dodge just says you half the damage dealt, which would apply to sneak attack. So it depends on the ability.
Full damage on that one then?
Yeah. So on the 13 slashing, you take half, but then on the 13 extra, you take it in full. And for its suit, it's going to choose spades. So you take an additional 6, just pure damage, let's call it, and you will take it again on the start of your next turn.
True damage.
Yeah. And with its playing card attack made, the Ichor Beast with the flaming head is going to level its rifle at you and take 2 shots. That's a hit. And also a hit. I'm rolling well.
Suddenly Gil is getting like a wrecking.
Yeah, it's like he asked for a fight. He was like, come at me, bro, and he's like, okay. Oh, yeah.
Why did you do acrobatics checks?
What?
One more time, sorry?
Yeah, it's showing on D&D Beyond that Zephyr did an acrobatics check.
I think he's just rolling for fun.
D&D Beyond? I didn't do anything.
All right, Gil, you take it. Both rifle attacks hit you.
Oh, that was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah. Both rifle attacks strike you for a total of 23 piercing damage.
So, is that already halves?
No, that's just full. So, Gil, you can half that.
12.
Yeah. Generally, I prefer to round down. So,
he's nice like that.
And for a bonus action, what do they want to do as a bonus action?
Thought this boy was done.
Oh, that'd be
Is
fun.
that the best you got?
Zephyr, would you mind making me a strength save?
Oh, okay.
Wait, what happened?
He's saying I
Zephyr's
must
making
make
a
a
strength
strength save, yeah.
So
And
what was they yelling about?
Oh, Gil was just like in
Taunting.
character, like, is that the best you got? As he's like has bullet holes and card slashes.
he's like wounded. Bleeding
Are you
out.
not entertained?
And Zephyr, what'd you roll for your strength save?
Let's see. Don't have a high. A -1, so 16.
Oh, you just nailed it. You watch as the anchor comes sailing towards you, but you basically just tuck and roll out of the way as it literally like carves a line into the tile behind you, as it kind of rolls its head side to side and starts to pull the anchor back toward itself. All of the different bodies and heads like doing completely different things. A really bizarre display.
I do.
That is going to be the end of Epsilon's turn. Caro, you're up. Gil on deck.
Okay. Sorry, the roll 20 is taking a sec.
Yeah, it's all good. Time to drink some water. My throat's getting dry.
I'll have Garo pounce.
Sounds good. Roll. And I will make the saving throw because you get an attack anyway. So,
Yes.
What's the DC and type of save?
The DC is 12 strength.
Strength for poison?
No, for pounce, which it actually fails.
I was thinking poison.
So I was gonna say, isn't
That
he
means I can claw him.
grappled right now, anyways?
Yeah. So now he'll be grappled and prone.
Okay. Wait. So yeah. So I can claw and do a bite as a bonus action.
Yeah. So yeah, basically Garo knocks him prone and then attacks him twice. Yeah, it's dangerous whenever animals pounce you in D&D, which is fair. Now, I bear in mind for those who don't know, Epsilon being prone means that melee attacks will have advantage, just period, and ranged attacks will have disadvantage. So bear that in mind.
No.
Yeah. So roll to hit on those on the bite and claw, and let's see if you hit. You will have advantage on these because it is now prone.
I assume a 1d6 plus 1d4 would be more. Would that be more damage than 1d8?
Technically, yes. Because again, on a D8, you could still roll a 1. And roll to hit with advantage.
Oh yeah, I was just doing it just in case.
Yeah, just have the damage set aside. I get that. More just reminding you, just so you didn't forget that you have advantage on this.
Okay. 17.
That was a miss.
Dang it.
But you get a second attack.
You're too strong for your own good. Wait, do I still get my bite attack or not?
Yeah, because it is. Yeah, you did still pounce it. It's just you didn't like hit it with the attack. Because I don't believe you have to hit with the thing too.
With a bonus action attack, I don't think so.
Yeah, so yeah,
I
you're
didn't
fine.
say anything about it.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah, that one was like 3 damage.
And did you hit with that attack? Because bear in mind, you still have to hit it, even if you knock it prone. But remember, you have advantage because you're in melee, so.
Yeah, I hit it. It was 21.
Yeah, you're good. All right, so 3 damage. Noted.
3 whole damage.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Caro?
Yeah, I can't do another action.
All right, Gil, you're up. Lucian on deck.
Should I take some more damage on my turn?
Yes, you take an additional 6 pure damage.
I remember that's something I was gonna do. Oh fuck! I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
I'm going to smack him with my sword twice and
Go
laugh
for it.
like I'm going slightly crazy now.
Or, but,
Oh, dear.
You are
There
more
we go.
crazy, so you know.
There we go.
That's 23 a hit though.
Yeah, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
I have done art.
I art.
20 damage on the first one.
How much? Sorry.
22.
All right, and what damage types?
10 of that was slashing,
And
and
looks so angry.
12 of it was fire.
Okay, noted. All right, you cleave into it. The body's kind of parting as you cleave into the just kind of pustule-like center that's binding these 3 bodies together. Make your second attack if you wish.
Attack is a natural 20.
Nice. All right. Roll.
Rolling.
Yeah, and just give me the damage results since now you're aware of its resistances. So that it makes it easier on my end.
10%. Literally can't see anything in existence.
Slashing damage.
How much, sorry?
22 slashing damage.
Okay.
Fire.
How much fire?
8.
All right. Noted.
Sorry,
noted,
he's
noted.
cutting out 8 fire and
Yeah,
22.
I heard him. Don't worry.
Okay.
I've had terrible internet for so long. I'm very good at parsing like bad internet chat. Totally fine. Okay. You guys are doing fantastic. All right. That the end of your turn, Gil.
Yes.
All right. Lucian, you're up. Neon on deck.
Bless you. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look around at everybody. How is gambling boy looking? Bless you.
Not great. I'll say he's officially in the bloodied range.
You know what? I'm going to let the others take care of it. I'm going to take a hold of my Are you okay?
Can't stop sneezing.
I'm gonna take a hold of my my focus and do I need to mute myself for a second?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Are you okay?
We literally don't hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry.
Okay.
I get it. My
sorry,
allergies have been acting up too.
It's super distracting for me for some reason. I'm gonna
we have
focus.
a few character turns between if you need to take a second.
Okay,
I'm gonna grab my focus, close my eyes like I did before, and this time I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing at 2nd level. And
right.
everybody, I'm gonna roll for this. Hang on, I gotta do math.
Mathematics.
Well, let's see. So I think basically you and Gil.
My art yet.
Well, no, yeah, because Caleb fully healed himself with the heart card, so yeah, just Gil.
Yeah, it's just Gil.
Everybody gets 17 points of healing.
All right, Gil,
If
heal
they need
yourself
it.
for. Yeah, so Gil, heal yourself for 17. You're the only one left who hasn't already healed their damage. All right.
Listen to y'all
And
before this
then-
session. Everybody was like, I got better get my next character ready. And then only one person is like apparently only like one person needed healing at this point in time.
Man, if we can't hit it, what can it not do? You guys are doing fantastic. You got it cornered. You're beating the fuck out of it. A tiger's pinning it down while a mech wrestles it. Like, yeah, I had to make the monster strong so it stood a chance.
I think.
right.
Do I have any bonus actions that I can do? I don't think
Don't
I do, but I
believe
will
so.
like check.
It's a button you can press to just see all bonus
Now,
actions.
here's the thing: there's only
Like Shield of Fate,
one-
Misty Step, Spiritual Weapon. But
that's
it's-
outside.
Well, I believe they
my-
already cast a spell, so I don't think they could.
It looks like I'm not able to get into melee range of this thing because this
Uh,
spot's taken, this spot's taken, this spot's taken. and
You
that's
could go
outside my-
behind Garrow and then get to so you could go like this way, squeeze
No,
in through here, and then up through here.
I know, but
No.
it'll take too many feats. His
Yeah, I
movement
don't
speed
have enough
would.
movement.
You
That's
could
so
dash
bad.
though.
Well, remember,
Yeah, you
you
could
can
dash.
bonus action dash with
Yeah.
cunning action, and so you could get there and
okay.
still have an attack.
Yeah.
that's
Rogue
my
speed
turn.
Randy.
Which
Alright.
that does mean I won't be able to use the 2 weapon thing, right?
Yeah, because that is a bonus action to do. And also, what, Lucian, sorry?
Sorry, that's my turn.
All right, Officer Neon, you're up, and Zephyr on deck.
Still not done with this thing.
So can I? I always forget, but am I able to attack while grappling?
Yes. However, you will.
Okay.
Basically, it can use an action to escape your grapple. But yes, as long as you have it grappled, and because it's prone now, if you want to melee attack it, you'll have advantage.
So he hasn't broken out, yes?
Yeah, he used his action to attack Gil.
Okay, good. So I'm going to swing at him with my axe.
All right, go for it.
Hey, Jacob,
Yeah.
you going to ask him a question?
No.
Yeah. I'm going to ask him a question.
All right,
That's
you
what I'm
pull.
going to do.
You pull your ionic axe free, and go for a swing. Let's see if you hit.
So what basically happens is I open the cockpit of the mech and basically just lean out to take a swing at him.
Yeah, no,
Take me closer so I can hit him with my axe.
yeah. Wow, Neon, you worked your way all the way up to Commissar. Impressive.
Awesome.
Gimli. Bring a pretty face to my axe.
I got let's see, 16 plus 4, so a slutty 20.
All right, you're good. You hit. Roll for damage. You rolled with advantage, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah, you could still crit.
The second one's a 10, so.
Yeah, you hit. So roll.
So hang on, real quick. There's 2 options for damage here. There's 1d8 plus 1, and then there's
think it's
V 1d8 or
variant.
1d10 plus 1.
Versatile. You can
versatile.
wield it in 2 hands if you're not using your other hand for anything to do extra damage.
Okay, cool. I want to wheel in 2 hands then.
Yeah, go for it.
Drive me closer so I can hit him with my axe.
I got 9 plus 1, 10. Almost max damage. Fuck.
Nice. Hey, still good.
Yeah, it's still good, but fuck.
What damage type?
I believe it's like just slashing damage, but I want to double check.
I'll go ahead and note it down just in case, and then I can adjust the results if that's not the case. Neon, you open the cockpit, get closer so you can hit it with your axe, and as Morrigan is like wrestling and keeping the anchor wielding body like pinned in place, since it seems to be the driving control of the beast, with it right there in front of you, basically just bring your axe down on its scalp. And while there's not like flesh and brain to rend, you do just impale it, and it gives a and like pulls itself forward, leaving just goo and like progressively melting ichor stuck to your ionic axe blade. That's like visibly sizzling.
Yeah, just evaporating off of my axe.
Yeah, as your
Here's
axe.
where Matthew plays his trap card, and like 3 other Ichor Beasts show up from behind.
Tarrasque.
Yeah, just look at that. I would.
Yeah, I just.
You think I would do that to you? What?
Look at this gold dragon I found on the floor.
What? I wouldn't do that to your gold dragon. This is a place for Ichor Beasts. Gold dragons don't go there. Alright, but yeah, so slashing?
It was when they made an Ichor gold dragon.
Alright, that's the end of your turn,
dragon.
officer?
Yes.
Alright, Zephyr, you're up. Caleb, you'll go after Theta.
I was expecting it to end by the time it reaches. Yeah, it's pretty tough.
This guy could take a beating.
Yeah.
But can he take a yeeting? That remains to be seen.
Also, I just realized, what's Raccoon been doing?
Shooting their pistol at it.
Just hanging out.
Pew! Okay, let me read out. Pew!
Have they been reloading?
Yeah, I've been keeping track of it, don't worry. Basically, I've just been rolling for and narrating what Raccoon does. That's the only reason it hasn't been mentioned. Like, you guys are usually like just doing chatter while I'm rolling for Raccoon, so I just like pass it over.
I was TP prone.
Sorry, man.
I mean, it's not your fault. They're the one who prone him. The tiger. I shoot the tiger and first.
Never mind. Wouldn't pack tactics give you advantage to cancel it out?
So yeah, just be a straight roll.
Yeah, just flat roll.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, I gotta make a straight roll.
I can't roll with advantage.
I know. I mean, but I could roll with advantage technically. Still, it's just.
If you get advantage from one thing and that cancels a disadvantage, but then you also get advantage from another.
Remember, they don't stack even on themselves. So basically you could have like 100 advantages and 1 disadvantage, and it would still cancel out because the advantages wouldn't stack.
Yeah. So.
That's kind of bullshit.
Well, remember, I home rule it to make it easier to hit. If I went by the rules, it would just be completely flat. But I usually like quietly like lower the AC or something to account for multiple advantages or disadvantages.
Yeah. I guess I will. Since it's on the ground, I will come.
Do you not have a melee weapon?
I have one. I just don't.
He just doesn't want to use it.
I just don't. Zephyr's not the type to get
Caleb's spot. This is Caleb's. It's gonna be.
Yeah,
Caleb's
you've
spot.
claimed it.
There you go. Does that work right?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay. We just need like Raccoon to get like right here, and we will literally have this thing surrounded.
Well then that one too.
Yeah, Kara could go there or Theta.
Yeah. And I guess I will attack it with my rapier.
Alright, roll.
Alright.
Roll with that rapier.
My first roll. Alright, I'm pretty sure that hits 21. Second roll.
Yeah, that's a hit, but see if you crit.
Oof, close. Natural 19.
Ah, sorry. But yeah, you do still hit.
Yeah, no.
19 doesn't hit. I thought 18 hit earlier.
No,
I'm
saying sorry, it's just not a crit.
Yeah, I got a natural 19.
Yeah, because you know, since he already hit it even without the advantage, he was just rolling with advantage to see if he could get a crit out of it, but did not play out that way.
I mean, we're just wailing on this thing right now.
My rapier with piercing damage did try to do quick
You
math.
should get sneak attack as well.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, he's just giving me the damages separately since he knows that it'll resist the initial attack damage, but take the full sneak attack.
Yeah. I'm just thinking to myself well. Anyway, I don't know about that. Just quick math in my head. Did 11 piercing.
You gotta think back to your cool math days.
Yeah, well, I mean, I used to love math. I remember, I used to prefer math over recess.
That's fair.
Do you guys remember, like in elementary school, how they had like that thing where it was like
and 5? Okay.
It was like a math thing, and it was on
12.
It was on the
17.
computer, but it was like flavored like it, but it was like on Basically, like you did it on the computer, but like on the computer it had like the image of like a handheld thing.
Oh yeah, I remember. And also damage, Zephyr.
17
like,
sneak attack
color.
and 11 piercing damage.
Okay, noted. Zephyr, more comfortable at range, but not exactly seeing easy alternatives. You charge past Raccoon, kind of sandwiching your small self between Lucian and Garrow. Lucian, as your white, kind of keeping your distance from the rampaging mech. Zephyr darts past you and plunges their rapier blade into the essentially the backside of this Ichor Beast, which gives a horrifying shriek as it looks down. As the fiery head looks down at you, Zephyr, in just befuddlement. One more time, Lucian?
Could I make a note of one thing?
Yeah, go for it.
So as Lucian sees Zephyr take a jab at the beast, her eyebrow kind of raises a little bit, and she seems a little impressed.
The fact that I got in melee range.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. I don't prefer it, but.
Alright, Theta's up. Theta is going to. What is Theta going to do? Well, they don't want to hurt you guys, so they'll probably keep it fairly simple. I think they'll go with Magic Missile again.
Fuck you.
A lot of their spells are area of effect, and they don't want to hurt you guys, so.
Magic Missile.
Pretty good damage as it shoots more like magical snowballs from its palm, which continue to just pummel into the back of the central Ichor Beast's head. That is Theta's turn. Caleb, you're up. With
all right, so
Caro on deck after Epsilon and Raccoon.
Caleb is going to use his ability to be able to dash as a bonus action.
All right, so you cunning action, run past Theta, past Raccoon, past your brother, past the tiger, ready to get within clobbering range of this bad boy.
And then he's going to use the rapier on it.
All right, roll, and it is prone, so you will have advantage.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was advantage on that.
Oh yeah, you rolled with advantage for pack tactics anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
I know, that's what I forgot about. I was like...
That's going to be 22 in total.
That is a hit, my man. Roll for damage.
Yeah,
roll that damage, and it's going to be sneak attack.
1d8 plus your dex, and 3d6.
Give me the rapier damage first, and then tell me the total sneak attack.
That's going to be 8 plus 3, so that'll be 11.
Noted. Okay, now the sneak attack.
Alright, here we go. Let me get my calculator out so I can keep track of this.
You say it out loud too. I think I can get it. Even better.
Yeah, and I can calculate it if need be.
Oh
also,
my god.
Rogues are right up there.
in a row.
That sucks.
Dude.
Rogues, by the way, are right up there with paladins for just the sheer amount of dice you need to roll sometimes. I have two paladins in my...
That's going to be a total of 7 extra damage. That is pitiful.
Yeah. Hey, you hit it. It doesn't have much health left. Caleb, as you charge past everyone, and Lucian, you see the other Tebadrin charge in and give us a thrust of their own with the rapier. This almost like coordinated movement of the rogues as the beast is now being assailed on two sides.
The charge of the rogue brigade.
Yeah, as the beast is now being assailed on both sides by rapier-wielding Tebadrins, and does not really seem to know what to make of that situation.
Lucian also doesn't seem to make doesn't know how to make she doesn't know how to assess the situation. She's never seen
had the whole
either
team gathered up surrounding this thing.
Yeah, but
she's never seen either of them get up and close and personal before. So
he has.
To be fair, Caleb originally only had melee weapons.
Caleb did go melee at one point.
Yeah. All right, Raccoon has to reload their pistol.
It's only kind of recent that he's been using the musket a lot.
Yeah, because he became fond of it, similar to the cards. is now Epsilon's turn. Man, what is Epsilon going to do?
My taste.
He looks around as he is completely surrounded by enemies.
And then he does an AoE spell. It's like, well, we're all fucked.
Yeah, he pulls out.
It actually used its AoE ability already, Barrage, and it can't use it again right now. So, and man, it doesn't want to Ghost Water Dive again either because it already used up fucking Action Surge, so it could only teleport, and you guys would just ram it down again.
It depends on how far it can get.
There's literally nothing this thing can do.
Well, it can.
My big boy. Come at me again.
It
Come
kind
at
of.
me, bro.
Even
if it knocked Gil over and tried to run, it would trigger like
70 attacks of opportunity.
4, 5. It would trigger 5 opportunity attacks.
I mean, I think even then, even prone, you could still maybe get. Wouldn't that still get opportunity?
It would cut its movement speed in half.
Well, I mean, I'm saying like Gil, if he pushes Gil down, I think that's still opportunity attack, so it's still getting opportunity.
Yeah, so either way.
Even if it downs Gil, like takes him down.
I know you said 5, it would be 6, right, with Gil, right?
If it takes Gil down.
Oh, I thought you said like
push
it down.
Unconscious, yeah.
I thought you meant like push him down, like
yeah. All right, so Gil, the body wielding the card just kind of stares at you as the other 2 heads kind of survey the situation before they all turn their attention to you and bring the cards and rifle to bear. They seem intent on at least punishing you for trapping them, if nothing else.
You are the one in their way.
That is a miss with the cards.
They're just gonna be spiteful, and they're just gonna try to take you with them.
Hit with that. Hit with that. And hit with that. All right. All right. It used its crosshairs ability to be able to actually hit you with a card attack successfully. So all 3 of these are going to hit. From the throwing card, I rolled a 4 again. You take 9 slashing damage from the playing card. And it's going to...
Didn't he also take... Didn't it do the blade earlier, so he would have took the half
yeah, which we already accounted for.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no, fair. That's fair. All right, so yeah, 9 slashing damage Gil, which you...
shit.
That's a good thing. It's a good habit to have. So yeah, Gil, it's 9 slashing damage, which you can cut in half with because of your rage. That's an additional.
Sneak attack. 4.
18 pure damage. And it's going to choose the spade again, just because the heart and the chain would not do it any good here. So you will take an additional 9 pure damage at the start of your next turn. So you can just go ahead and note that down if you want. And both of its rifle attacks hit you, so those are going to impact for...
Good thing Gil has a lot of health.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a tank.
Okay, I'm down. The 9 damage already put me down.
All right. So, well, because you would have taken that at the start of your next turn, the rifle attack would have put you down, and it's definitely not going to do enough damage to kill you in one shot. So, you all watch as it flings a card, and Gil like stumbles backward, and it brings its rifle to bear, and levels it against Gil's stomach, and pulls the trigger at point blank, and with a echoing around in the cave, Gil goes limp and unconscious as it swirls its rifle around its hand, reloading it one-handed, and it's going to bring it to bear on...
Can I say one thing before I go down?
Yeah, go for it.
Lucian.
This bastard down. He's going to fall.
Okay.
It's going to make its rifle attack on you, because I already rolled to hit, would definitely hit you, Lucian, because it hit Gil. Lucian, you take... 16 piercing damage as the rifle blasts into your arm. And as it gives and reloads it again, It's looking around and seems pretty confident that it's boned, but is determined to take as many of you down with it as it can. Kato, you're up, and Gil on deck to make a death save.
Okay. This time I'll shoot it.
You gonna shoot it?
Shoot it.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
Remember, you have disadvantage because it is prone.
Well, that roll didn't count
We're
because it
literally
fell.
just gonna keep stabbing and shooting it until it dies.
Yeah, as Gil is dying.
Well, I already missed because I got a 10.
Yeah. But you have a second attack.
Let me try again. That was 11.
That's like the worst part of a boss fight. Whenever you're like, it's getting down to its last bit of health, and you're just like, come on, just
A 10 and an 11. I've ruined it.
Down.
Unfortunately, those both miss. Kara, you fire your 2 shots, but you're trying to aim very carefully so as to not hit your allies, especially because you saw Gil go down, and both of your shots go wide and sail off into the cavern. Is that the end of your turn, Kara?
Yes.
All right. Gil, make me a death save.
Come on.
Don't roll a 1.
18.
18, you said?
Save, yeah.
All right, that is 1 success.
10 or above.
Yep. All right, Lucian,
if you
you're
fail,
up.
does it cancel out your success?
So question.
No, you have to fail 3 times to die or succeed 3 times to live.
Yeah, natural one
so
gives
these
you
3
2.
right
row?
here.
Yeah,
No.
so basically you could like roll a success, roll a fail, and then it's just if you roll another failure or another success, it pushes you in whatever.
Yeah, and
direction.
natural
Okay,
1
fair
gives you
enough.
2 fails.
Yeah, natural 1 is 2 failures, but a natural 20 you wake back up with 1 health.
Yeah.
All right,
To
and
get knocked the fuck back out again.
yeah, Lucian, what were you saying? Sorry.
Okay, so my question is, are these guys small enough? Because I know that these are
Walk
guys in
around.
the small squad. Small enough for Lucian to kind
Oh.
of hop over. And
No, unfortunately,
The
you have
ones
to
in
be
the-
large.
The one's in the mech as
Slide.
well.
Isn't this Garrow?
Yeah, that is Garrow, which
Oh.
is medium.
Can I slide under Garrow?
She did walk over me, slide on the girl.
Because like I
See,
need to get
this
over
is
Gil.
Neon,
I need to get over to Gil
Lucian,
so I can cast
Zephyr.
Spare the Dying. Because I can't cast Spare the Dying unless I can touch him.
Well, so you could dash to get to Gil and then cast it on your next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, the problem is, unless you should
You
go
will,
over,
yeah, you will take an attack of opportunity.
unless you can go over us, or in a way.
So,
Yeah,
so
it's
you
like-
you could
it's
you could either
Neon, Zephyr,
Garrow and you.
Garrow, and
So
then Caleb.
basically, Lucian, your options are you can dash to get to Gil immediately, but take an attack of opportunity, disengage, and you would still have enough movement to get to Gil on your next turn either way.
This is where it all falls apart.
I will say you can attempt to squeeze past everyone, but you'll have to make a roll, and basically, if you fail that, you'll use up your action and not go anywhere.
If
You
you
know
want to, if you want to delay your action, I could just drag him away.
But frag him.
I mean, yeah, I'm still grappling him. Yeah.
Yeah. If you grapple a creature, you can basically steer it. So,
Yeah, I could just
Yeah,
like
I'll
I can
go
just
ahead and
yank
do
him
that.
across
I
the room.
will I will hold. Oh my god, hold on.
You're ready your action.
Sorry, he was blowing his nose and it was distracting me.
all good.
I'll hold my action.
Spare the dying
If you can get
Neon
to-
drags it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
When or if the beast, or if there is any wiggle room to get over to Gil, I will hold my action to do Spare the Dying on Gil.
Sounds good. All right, you start casting your spell as you see Neon readying to take its wrestling with this thing to the next stage. Neon, you're up with Zephyr on deck.
Okay.
He's gonna wrestle this thing away.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna
try and drag it
wrestle.
off.
I'm gonna wrestle him. So real quick. Oh fuck! I didn't mean to do that.
What'd you do?
I accidentally drew on my me. Anyways, this is me, right?
Yeah, it's you.
Okay, couldn't quite remember.
Yeah, so you will move at half speed, but you can. It hasn't escaped your grapple, and it's prone. So I'll just say, yeah, you're pretty much guaranteed to drag it. So just remember that you're moving at half speed, but you can pull it somewhere if you want.
Who's this?
That is Kero.
That's Kero. Okay. Yeah, I want to just drag him over here, basically, like up against this wall. And I want to, and since that's just movement, I want to make a melee attack with my mech, but I want to flavor it as me slamming him into the wall.
Sure. So I'll go ahead and move the Ichor Beast over here. You up.
There we go.
You up there. All right. Kero, you watch as Officer Neon literally just using their mech just wrestles Epsilon out of the away from the group and goes to slam one of Epsilon's. You grab the flaming head that does no harm to Morgan to try to slam it against the wall. Go ahead and make a roll.
All right.
Now Carol has the beast right next to them.
Yep, but they have crossbow experts. They can still shoot it without issue.
21.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Hell yeah. You see, I'd forgotten about making an attack roll, so I preemptively rolled for damage. I got a 4 + 3, 7.
Nice. All right. What type?
Bludgeoning.
Noted. Okay. Not looking good. All right, Kero as Neon. Jesus Christ! Stop drawing on my battle map.
Found a new little tool.
All right, and Lucian as Neon drags it away to slam it into the opposite wall back in the computer room. You all watch as Lucian runs forward. And Lucian, do you want to flavor your casting Spare the Dying?
I run over there and I kind of like do one of those like slide into home plates, slides on my knees and both hands on his chest like I'm like fucking like you know how like on those ER shows they go like clear, so like she'll like both hands on his chest, like she'll say wake up, Gil, and she'll cast Spare the Dying.
All right, Gil, you are not conscious, but you are stabilized, so you do not need to make death saves any further. You will survive for now.
Essentially, just give yourself 3 successes. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Neon, at the end of your turn.
There we go.
All right, Zephyr, you're up. Caleb on deck after Theta.
Zephyr is being erased.
No.
Man, snap.
I just don't. So what is this?
What is what?
This over here.
That's interesting. Nobody's noticed that yet. Do you want to run over and check it out? It might be something interesting.
I mean, is it a box?
I don't like the way he said that.
There it is. You can see from where you're standing, it is a case on the wall made of glass that appears to have something inside.
Oh. Yeah, I'll
it's
explore.
A fire extinguisher, duh.
In a sense.
I'll go explore and see what's going on with this.
Zephyr, as you run, the glass case is a little bit over your head, but you can like reach it if you jump up a little bit. And you see it is labeled. Can you read Elvish?
Nope.
You don't see what it says, but you do actually recognize what is inside from the weapon shop that your group had visited in Edict. You recognize the weapon in that case as, hang on, I have it written down here. Just want to make sure I actually say the right one. Yep. You see a laser pistol.
Zephyr always finds the cool shit.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna see that, and I'm just be like, well, waste of time.
Not one thing even remotely useful.
Now, what if I just, walk away?
Zephyr walks away. I love Zephyr so much. Just stumbles across like a really rare, valuable item and just like, eh.
And the pistol, he doesn't care for those.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that. All right, so what do you want to do?
Zephyr walks away.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll just take the disadvantage / no advantage penalty.
It's like, I have to do normal rolls like normal people.
Take advantage of all that pack tactics, but he's prone. He won't take his time to get up.
I mean, no reason for him to. It's not like he's going anywhere.
Alright.
He's literally being dragged around the place at this point.
Alright, my natural roll is 22.
That is a hit, my man. Roll for damage.
I mean, I wish I had your fucking rolls.
Yeah,
All
we all
right.
have off days.
No, Hunter, you walked so we could run. Well, I mean, Zephyr walked, but you know.
Yeah. Technically, you're the older sibling, so yeah, you're setting an example for the next generation.
All right.
I learned it by watching you.
Pretty sure it's
bad
like.
roll.
I'm pretty sure only by the number. I'm pretty sure, like, biologically he's older.
Yes, biologically Zephyr is much older than you, but
Well, I mean,
in terms of sheer years on this planet.
It's just that, kobolds mature faster than humans do, so.
Yeah, but technically speaking, on a legal level, he's the younger sibling.
Legal level.
Yeah. 5 piercing damage.
If, like, other species existed, they'd have to take into account the rate that they mature versus humans.
Yeah, I mean, it's purely a semantic thing what the older versus younger sibling is, so.
15 sneak attack.
Zephyr?
Stan disagrees, and she's 3 minutes older.
Zephyr? How do you want to do this?
Hey, finally. We got him.
Yeah.
Well, after finding just this disappointment of a gun.
Laser pistol.
Technology.
And there's another gun just lying on the ground in the other hallway from Zeta.
Guns. But he's just
Zeta
gonna.
had a gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mentioned that Gil, after he killed it, noticed that the weapon Zeta was carrying didn't vanish like Ichor Beasts stuff typically does.
So there's 2
It
guns.
was a gun?
Yeah. It seems it's gun shaped at least, but he never used it, so you don't know what it does.
Then he walked away. He just wants to get this over with. He's just gonna, shoot it like wherever he can to think that it will die.
Okay.
How many rounds has it been, Matthew?
I wasn't actually counting, but somewhere in the ballpark of like 5 or 6. So
a few of my bolts.
Zephyr, if I may flavor your shot, then if Zephyr doesn't really have a preference.
Yeah, he just wants to finish this. He's like, just kill him, get it over with.
Neon, as you're grappling and it's recovering from having its head slammed into the wall, a crossbow bolt comes sailing from across the chamber, goes through the card wielder's head, impacts halfway into the anchor-wielding one, and as the anchor-wielding one flails violently, it slams the side of its head into the fire-wielding one, getting the head of the bolt that's still sticking out stuck into that one's head. And as the two heads are like locked together by the crossbow bolt, and the previous one just lays limply on the ground, the Epsilon begins to flail and pulsate violently, throwing cards wildly in no particular direction. The anchor chain just rattling dimly as it starts to sink and melt into the floor, and the fiery-headed one fires its gun into the air, like trying to find a target, but just firing wildly, as finally it begins to melt in your grip, and you kind of step back so as to not stain Morgan with this. And Caro, as the one closest to it, and Zephyr is the one who fired the shot, you watch as Epsilon melts into the ground and begins to crumble and fade.
Okay. With that being said, I want to look around. Okay. Since that's being done, I'm going to say this once. I'm going to heal Gil, and we're all going to hunker down somewhere and take a rest. I don't care what anybody has to say. We're going to do that right now. So
maybe
I'm going
we should just leave.
Well, I still think that we should rest because we don't know what else is out there, and there's nothing else I can do.
Also, is it dead, Matthew?
Yeah, Epsilon is dead.
I'm gonna heal Gil.
You need to remove it.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I mean, yeah, the battle was over, so I was just like leaving the battle map as it be since the fight was over. So, go ahead and roll your healing for Gil, Lucian, to revive him.
He heals for 11.
All right, Gil, you
Also,
regain 11 health.
Caleb is also going to walk over to where the other one just kind of fell into a puddle, and he's going to be like, "What should we do about this one?"
As Gil wakes up, I kind of pat him on the cheek. Hey, you left one alive. Is there a reason?
Yes, I want to question it. See what it knows before we kill it.
You really think that's going to work? Because I don't.
Can it hurt to try?
Well, actually, I do think it will hurt to try.
What happens if it gets back up? Is it going to be on full health again, Matthew?
If a long rest passes, yeah.
We won't give it that long.
So?
I just really don't think it's wise, Gil. I think that we should kill it while we can.
Go ahead.
Okay. I guess I will.
Well, Caleb's closest to it. Can Caleb do something to do like a final strike?
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
It's unconscious. It's defenseless. Do what you want to do.
Do I need to roll?
Nope. It is unconscious, and you're not in an active fight, so you can just do whatever you want to do.
All right. Caleb's just gonna. Did they confirm that we're gonna do this?
Yeah. Gil relented and said that like Lucian agreed with Lucian to kill it.
Caleb's gonna take his rapier and he's gonna stab the puddle.
As you thrust your blade into the puddle, it gives one final and begins to melt and crumble as the previous Ichor Beasts have done. With both Zetas and Epsilon slain, you all reload your weapons, and Gil just recovering from the brink of death, Lucian sitting next to him, having healed him. Garrow kind of trots over to you and kind of curls around you, seeming a little on edge for being so close to something so dangerous. Neon starting to get some of the Ichor off of your mech, as Raccoon kind of looks around, reloading their pistol.
Is his mech self-cleaning?
It shakes off like a dog.
Just scattering Ichor all over the room.
And Zephyr kind of glancing offhandedly at the weapon that Zeta left behind and the laser pistol in the glass case, as Theta looks around and says, "Epsilon, Theta, dead." And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
You did it.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Nice fucking job, guys.
Honestly,
I want more.
could have gone worse.
And
wow,
everybody was like, "Oh, we better get our new characters ready."
I mean, to be fair, Gil did die.
Well, they went unconscious, but yes, they very well could have died.
But that's happened in like almost every fight because he's the tank.
And when Gil doesn't go down, Lucian does. Yeah, so
Lucian does seem to get a lot of the aggro for being the cleric.
I mean, makes sense. I mean, you and I used to play TF2 together. Who doesn't target the medic before shooting the heavy?
Even then, she gets up all close up with Gil. So I was like, well, I mean, if I'm...
Yeah, they're right there.
Attack one, attack the other.
Yeah, like because I will say on that last sniper strike, which I can say is what those attacks were. With those last sniper strikes, it actually was contemplating shooting Caleb since he was like right next to Gil, but turned to Lucian instead simply because Lucian had done more damage. Like, oh, Lucian's the bigger threat technically. But yeah, that was.
Didn't respect the sneak attack.
And it tried to, like, attack me for some reason. Like, what?
It was a bonus action, and you were the only one who was like in range to actually be affected by it. I mean, yeah, you dodged it. But yeah, so that was subject Zeta and subject Epsilon.
Dead.
Fantastic job, guys, and obviously, as you can imagine, like, I mean, you saw how much punishment that thing took. That was a boss fight.
Wow.
Only 22 more letters of the alphabet to go through.
I will say you will level up once you leave this dungeon and return to Edict. So you can go ahead and be ready to level up, as it sounds like you guys will be probably leaving this dungeon next session. So you will be leveling up soon, just not necessarily right now.
Oh, that's if we leave. That's if we could convince the other parties to leave.
Yeah, I don't want to leave yet.
I see. They don't want to leave.
So
they're a glutton for
We're
punishment.
never going to leave this place. They're going to keep coming up with a new thing they want to go do in this place.
There's just one more thing he wants to do, and then he's good.
Let's see. So that's 2 of how many Ichor Beasts eliminated?
Assuming, so if you guys are going off of the theory that Lambda has not been created yet, or at least isn't here, and going off of that assumption, assuming Theta is accurate, there is a total of 10 Ichor Beasts here, which you just eliminated 2 in this fight.
And one of them is on our side.
Yeah, and then there's
the Scarecrow, maybe. I think the Scarecrow might have been one.
Who hasn't attacked us yet.
Yeah, so you're kind of ignoring them for now.
There's still the Circus one.
Yeah, Delta.
Yeah.
I'll say the ones that haven't been accounted for yet technically are Beta, Charlie, Foxtrot, Gamma, and yeah, that's it. And you know that's just like the ones that you don't know for sure which ones is which. Yeah, so as you guys sit in the chamber, one more time.
I expected Zeta to be smarter. He did not impress Gil.
Even though that fight knocked you out.
It wasn't him.
I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah, but to be fair, it was an Ichor Beast that was smart enough to call for help from a stronger Ichor Beast.
Yeah, I will give him that.
Like he's an ambusher, that's why, not a brute strength.
Yeah, so, as you guys rest in the chamber, a few potentially interesting weapons to take a look at, and it seems a decision to make on whether you're going to take your chances exploring the dungeon further or return to Edict.
Take a rest.
Yeah, level up and take your reward from the brokers. But we will decide that next week. Thanks everyone at home so much for watching. Thanks all of you so much for playing. And give me just a second. I totally didn't forget to pull up the thing. Nope, totally not. Check out our website at officialD5hub.info. Check our link in chat that'll be posted in just a second to join our official D5 server if you want to hang out with us directly and support our episodes posted on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Check out the Alternator Productions official on Tumblr to find links to our other works, including our smaller, gayer rogues' own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/killer5. That's 5 with a PH. And we will see you all next week.